What's up, everybody? This is Matt from Morning Hookah hanging out with you today. We have a very fun and exciting show happening. This is, of course, Morning Hookah, the show all about hookah in the morning and morning when we smoke the hookah in the morning. So that's what we're going to do today. We have a special guest joining me at the moment. I'm very excited to introduce him. He's been on the show a couple of times. We talked about all sorts of things, from the creation of hookah, from the creation of tobacco, and all sorts of things in between. You know what? Am I connected on YouTube right now? I just noticed that my YouTube stream is kind of acting funky. Let me check this. Maybe I'm not live on YouTube, which is my home where I need to be live. You have not yet, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so I am live on Morning Hookah. Okay, on the YouTube. Good. Good morning, Chef Dan's Hookah. Nice to see you. Good morning, Blake. Hope you're doing well. Let me go ahead and get my guest onto the show. This is David from Spire Hookah. How are you doing today, David?
I'm good, my dude. You got me up early on a Saturday.
I appreciate you getting up early and hanging out with me.
You do that more often than I'd like.
I mean, it is called Morning Hookah. Morning Hookah for a reason.
Can we switch it to like afternoon hookah?
It's kind of, this is the easiest time for me to get out of my house with my army of children and my wife, so I can say goodbye to them, and I'm gonna go over here.
So hear me out. What if we call it happy hour hookah?
Uh-huh.
And we turn it into a podcast?
I mean, I've actually been playing around with the idea recently of, instead of doing the live show on Saturday like I've been doing for a while now, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and tell me that they really enjoy listening to the show after the fact, when it's because I also upload the stream on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all those things. If you ever wanted to hear purely the audio version of the show, you could do that by going to the different podcast areas, and all those places I upload on Monday, usually, whatever happened on the podcast over the weekend, onto this over there. Good morning, Mythic Clouds. He's actually a competitor in the Mix and Story, which we're going to be looking at. Anyways, I jump around like a squirrel. You know me, David. But I've thought about moving away from the live video format like this and moving more into the posted and produced podcasting realm a little bit more frequently. What's your opinion of that?
I mean, I will tell you, from as someone who's also live on the opposite end, right? Recorded content tends to do better, and my YouTube consumption and video consumption is not normally hookah related as much as involved with hookah as I am. But when I listen and watch podcasts, predominantly listen. I also just started a podcast, right? So there is definitely a thing to say about your mic and audio quality that I very much enjoy, and I think that also kind of is that background noise where you can have a conversation that interests you. So I'd say go for it on that end.
I love the video. When we have a nice large live audience and stuff, and you've been a part of those shows, obviously, with me and on your own. You do your own stuff on Twitch as well. And I mean, when you have that live and organic feeling to shows, it's so much fun. You know what I mean? Like, you can have this other realm of entertainment along with the show and stuff like that. And I enjoy that so much, but I also enjoy seeing my show perform better. To be very blunt and honest with you, I've been chasing the dragon for a very long time, and I've gotten close. I've ridden that dragon a few times and stuff like that, but I think it's definitely time for some sort of change, some sort of maturity, some sort of evolution, if you will. It's time for me to go from being just, Pikachu to Raichu. It's time for me to figure out how to go from that Charmander to the Charizard.
That's a much better analogy. Never force Pikachu to evolve.
Well, not Ash's Pikachu, but other Pikachu should definitely evolve.
No Pikachus, because then you don't get Volt Tackle.
Well, I mean, okay, yes, but the point stands. It's time for an evolution, I feel. So I'm working on some ideas, obviously, and I have a wonderful host of friends, a part of the community and industry and stuff that I would love to work with and do things with, and I know that there's opportunities there, obviously. So I think there's definitely room for change in the world of Morning Hookah, and I think that exploring that is definitely going to be something that I do in the near future. Afros and Hookah, how you doing? Thank you for joining us this morning. He says Pikachu is still undefeated, I think. Is Ash's Pikachu undefeated?
No. Pikachu has lost many times.
Has he?
Yes.
Name it off the top of your head. You said that very confidently, David.
Hoenn region frontier battle against the Reggies.
I will never ever.
I don't even pay attention to Pokemon anymore. That's just the last time I remember him losing.
I don't. I can't. I started the Pokemon anime again with my kids a while back ago, and it's amazing. I started Dragon Ball Z again with my daughter because she really wanted to watch Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, "Cool, let's do it." It's been
You should play Fortnite.
years since I watched Dragon Ball Z. Right? I forgot how we have rose tinted glasses. Are you a Dragon Ball Z fan? Okay, we have rose tinted glasses about the original series.
No, we don't.
We absolutely do. The original.
No.
The first couple of arcs, the Saiyan arc is a long, dragged out mess. The Frieza arc on Namek.
Wait, why are you not watching Kai?
No, that's what I'm
Watch
trying to
Kai.
tell you. We have, because I thought it was going to be amazing, and it's still great anime. Don't get me wrong, but we have rose tinted glasses on about the first about Dragon Ball Z. We really do.
You want more rose tinted? Go watch original Dragon Ball, right? Not Dragon Ball Z.
I think that stands up better. You know why?
No, it does not.
It
Because
does.
the entire time you have a 13-year-old fighting fucking the Red Ribbon Army for 3.5 fucking years, and no one's helping the dude.
My
No one. Right?
expectation.
There's literally a fascist army attacking. Right? No. This is valid. Okay. It is, and we're leaving it up to a 13-year-old who just happens to be stronger and still thinks he's human with the tail.
He's a
right?
Saiyan.
He doesn't know it yet. He doesn't know until he's a Saiyan until he meets Raditz.
I don't even think what's his name. I don't even think Toriyama knew he was a Saiyan.
Yeah, this was just Monkey Kid with a tail and like old Japanese animation trying not to be racist, even though it was still very racist.
Very early Dragon Ball is super racist, 100%. But
yeah, Mr. Popo originally was not blue.
But I will say this: Dragon Ball expectations are so much lower for me than Dragon Ball Z expectations that I think Dragon Ball still stands up to it because my expectations were so low. I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. That's how I view Dragon Ball.
Have you watched Super yet?
Oh, yeah. I watched Super.
Have you watched some new movies for superheroes?
I haven't yet. I really want to.
I want to watch that.
Well, I'm not excited for that movie, so it's hard for me to get motivated to go watch it.
I will watch it on my own time as I watch all movies because I just don't spend time watching movies.
I hate the art style of Dragon Ball Super. I really. You know what? We got to get into the thing that we're supposed to be doing here, David.
No, this is fine. This is fine. We're here. It's okay.
I have
Reaction to Dragon Ball Z now.
I have to get stuff done. I have a busy day ahead of me, and I need to get stuff done. So we need to get into the thing that we're actually supposed to be doing here. All right.
The one thing I can say, I will tell you, last comment, right, is technically Nimbus is the ultimate cloud.
And Nimbus, yes, in rankings of clouds, Nimbus is number 1, 100%.
Yeah, dude, you know why? Because it's a cloud that never goes away.
Yeah, that's the one reason why Watch Mojo hasn't done a top 10 clouds yet, is because that's the obvious number 1, which has never stopped them before.
I'd be like a close second for 2. It'd be fine.
You should just be the top 5. All the variations: Dragon Ball Nimbus, Dragon Ball Z Nimbus, Dragon Ball Super Nimbus. Nimbus showed up in Dragon Ball Super, didn't it?
Maybe Goten.
It had to show up at least like once or something like that.
Well, no, because I think Nimbus was just like a lazy excuse to be like, how do we get him to fast travel?
Yeah, and then one day,
and then there's just he's like, I can just make this dude fly.
Yeah, Toriyama's like, what's stopping him from flying exactly?
It's like, I need to stop making it so his hair is black because I hate shading, and then I really need to find a way for this to like stop drawing this annoying cloud.
Did you ever hear that Toriyama forgot that he made Super Saiyan 2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
He forgot that there was a Saiyan 2 between Saiyan 1 and Saiyan 3. He thought Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 3 was Super Saiyan 2 because he forgot that he added lightning to Super Saiyan 2.
My favorite across the board is going to be what's going to happen with Ascended Super Saiyan Blue, right? Because the only difference is like high level post processing where you just sparkle more.
Yeah, the
right?
aura.
And I'm just like, sitting here, I'm just like, what's going to happen, dude? Like when he's like done, right?
So are you okay?
What's
so
going
do you
on,
watch
Vinny? How are you
Super?
today?
Do you watch Super Dragon Ball Heroes?
Not yet. I'm going to.
Okay, reach out to me once you start that. It's really fun.
I know enough about the moral arc that I'm excited.
It is Super Dragon Ball Heroes is a promotional tool. All of Dragon Ball is a promotional tool. They just want to sell you shit anyways. But
Vinny, we're never streaming this early, by the way. Sorry. I also have my chat. So welcome in, dude. We're on a side because I'm always really good at this. I am distracting the hell out of my co-hosts and I am very much taking us down the tangent road, even though we're supposed to be talking about hookah stuff. But hopefully, you're having a wonderful morning and you can wake up with me, because once again, morning hookah woke me up too early. Um,
What are you
but finish
smoking,
your
David?
point.
David,
Okay,
what are you
let's just go
smoking?
into that.
Let's get into this. Otherwise, we
I
won't.
am smoking cashmere lemon and alpha cane mint.
Ooh, cashmere lemon. How are you liking these new Tangiers flavors? I know you've had your hands on a lot of them.
They are really good. Like, personal favorite right now, or that I'm probably smoking the most, are lavender cucumber and probably blackberry lime or cash lemon. Cash lemon is the best lemon I've ever had.
I'm not usually a gigantic fan of cashmere flavors, but I'm excited
Sounds
to try
fancy.
cashmere
Thanks,
lemon.
dude.
I really want to try the lavender cucumber. I really want to try the blackberry. Is it blackberry lime?
Blackberry lime.
I
It's
want to try
good.
cream soda. I want to try mango. Everybody knows that I'm really looking forward to trying mango. That's what
I mean, I have a pack of mango that is the mango that doesn't have Eric's name on it.
Oh boy, as
That's-
you are as much a collector type person as I am, and I know what that means to you to have that label.
I think it's funny. It's because like I don't think they wanted to put his name on it, and then someone convinced him. Because the standard Tangiers fashion that a lot of people don't understand is they like to play very much under the radar. They're very humble. A lot of people don't realize that, but they are across the board. Everyone there and everyone that I've met and everyone that I talk to is very, very humble.
People don't know just how small of an organization Tangiers is. People don't understand like some of these organizations and stuff like that. We have a little bit more privy to some of these people and stuff like that than some people do. And like, you know, just how small of a mom and pop shop Regal is, how small of a mom and pop shop, you know, a lot of these brands that people have in really high regard and stuff like that. It's really interesting to get to know the people behind these things in a different way.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Good morning,
So
Lola. How are you?
let's
But
talk.
guy, chat. Oh, go ahead. I will mute for a moment.
I was just going to say I'm smoking a mix that like I just can't seem to stop smoking as of recent, which is Static Starlight and Mime. Mime is, of course, lime and mint, with Static Starlight, which is black, grape, and rose. That's it. And it's such a fantastic flavor. I love it. And this mixture has just been one of the big things that I've been smoking a lot as of late. But let's talk about the reason why we're actually here doing the show this morning, besides talking about Dragon Ball Z and unreleased.
Also, I'm sorry.
Good.
Static has lemon. Continue.
It doesn't. He's lying to you. I don't know why he would lie to you. It's such a mean thing to do.
No, I don't. When do I lie?
When? Never.
When? Yeah, I'm a pretty honest guy. Let's be honest.
I agree with that. I would not
I'm
disagree
very
with
hard
that
to get
statement.
along with for that very reason.
I would agree with both those statements you just said. Let's talk about the real reason why we're here this early in the morning to do Morning Hookah, and that's because Hookah Battle, who I am the official U.S. English commentator for, has posted another new video for one of the big tournaments and things that they do on a regular basis. This time they're doing something called the Mix and Story International. Now, they did this either last year or the year before, where what happens is they have a bunch of people from different areas around the world compete by showing off mixes they've created and telling the story about what is a part of that mix in their area that they're from. And they do a lot of really nice things about it. So we're going to be watching a lot of different submissions. I believe there might be like 8 or 10 submissions. We have about an hour and a half of content that we're going to be going through today. The way this is going to work, we're going to watch the video together, and then we're going to discuss and comment after the video happens of the mix and story that the individual competitor is displaying for us to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and change our scene and get into this part right here. This is the Mix and Story International. That's what we're going to be watching and commenting on right now. We're going to be reacting to this. Mythic Clouds, who stopped by a second ago, who said good morning. He's actually one of the competitors. He's the one that's actually representing the USA. So I'm excited to see his video. You can actually watch, I believe his video may already be on his YouTube channel, but we're going to watch it here in this presentation, obviously. And we're going to go through all the other ones as well. Are you ready for this, David?
I am. I think the last mix and match that I watched was 2019. I think it was 2020.
I think it was 2020. I think it was 2020.
It should have been 2019. Vinny, thank you for the host, my dude. I appreciate it. It was 2019 because it was just before HEW 3.
Oh, I think you're right. I think you are right.
Because Bracken, yeah. Bracken placed.
Bracken won the mix and story, I believe. Or maybe he took third. Did he win that one?
He got third for the rap.
Third for the rap. It's first for
And
the
then
mix and story. Yes, that's what it was.
Yes.
So we're gonna go ahead and watch this together. Like I said, we're gonna chit chat during it a little bit and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and start the video right now, and then we're gonna get muted while we watch it. I gotta check levels and stuff, and then we'll probably unmute afterwards, and we'll still talk a little bit. It's gonna be in a foreign language. We just have subtitles to go off of, so we'll just be following along. And then after there's an actual video presentation, then we'll stop the stream or stop the video, and we'll discuss it for a little while. Ready to go?
Cool. Cool.
Всех приветствую. Меня зовут Владимир Шаповалов, и я рад вам представить очередной выпуск нашего международного шоу Mix and Story. Это наш самый душевный турнир, ведь здесь участники снимают видео, в котором рассказывают о своем хобби, о своей малой родине и о
If you
своих
don't know
увлечениях.
what Hookah Battle is, they're a group of people from Russia. They're an organization that does things in the community like this, where they put on different competitions and they judge different things. It looks like there's participants from 12 different countries. Those countries are Russia, Ukraine, Belize, I'm not pronouncing that one, Japan, Greece, and then obviously the USA as well. These are the line of judges that we have that are going to be judging the competition. We are just commenting on it. We are not judges. We're lucky enough to not have any judgment here. All we're going to do is enjoy the content and watch it.
Следующий член жюри Стефан Дюмин, маркетолог крупнейшей в мире выставки Hookah Club Show. У ребят в этом году 3 дополнительные выставки, и если вы не могли посетить ранее Санкт-Петербург, вы сможете это сделать в Новосибирске, Краснодаре или
в Казани.
Also, I should point out, David is a huge competitor in the world of Hookah Battle as well. He's a champion. He has won multiple times with the Hookah Villains. He's created some of the most outstanding hookahs in the world, in my opinion. Custom made, just amazing design work and stuff. And he was the one that created the Thor hammer. Him and his team created the Thor hammer last year at HEW. That was really exciting.
It's been fun, but this year will not be competing. So we'll see what involvement I have.
But you will still be there, and we will hopefully be discussing fun things happening.
Oh, can I be like your side commentator and just tell everyone, that's garbage, that's garbage, that's garbage, like every one of them, just like, David, what do you think? And it's just a clip of me going, that's garbage.
That's not usually the job of the host to do that, so I don't know how well that would go over, but we can definitely discuss ideas. We can discuss ideas.
Это Никита Кондратов, коммерческий директор компании Уголь Туки-Туки, производитель табака Контрабанда и чашек Истина.
If you have not already, make sure to like the video, share the video, and all that fun stuff as per usual. And yeah, just thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Make sure to share the video out into the world and let people know that what we're doing here on morninghookah.com or youtube.com/morninghookah.
I'm lucky enough to have Steve in my chat right now. So he's packing some bowls as we speak.
All right, let's see our first entry.
В России город суетливый есть морской, наполнен сплетнями, поскольку очень мал. Рассолен конкуренцией с лихвой, нам автор о нем притчу рассказал. В кальянных, равных знатностью и дымом, в Владивостоке разгорелась вновь вражды минувших дней борьба за прибыль, заставив гостя снова сделать выбор.
Oh, music video. Musical.
Спешим мы к табаку на полках. Скажу вам, не это я. Мы делаем кальян, любя. Смотри, кто там? Враги и конкуренты. Зачем же вам куда-то ехать? Не ходят к вам клиенты.
I love the production values of these, David. These are amazing.
Надо снова быть. Все гости придут к нам курить.
I'm gonna say the production value is always really well done.
Мы приготовим ананас. Скажите вас, у нас работает безнал. Зато цена я у них ужасный персонал. Зато есть и не стоит им так слепо доверять. Забудут вам угли менять. Забудут.
I'm going to have to watch this again so I can follow the subtitles a little bit better, but I really enjoyed this music a lot. We'll make a hookah. Don't listen to this nonsense.
I I think they're talking about wow. Because I said something about bad service.
Such a nice
Lemon
musical
lime and
score.
lemon blossom, Steve. All right. You need
Нет
to
повести
convince
печальнее на
Matt that there
свете,
is lemon and
чем
static.
повесть о
I
романе
don't know what you're
и
talking about.
Джанбеке.
Well, if
Не
anyone knows,
затихает
he does.
конкуренция века. Не могут помириться зря ни Смокулете, ни Клаутете.
No, let me ask, is there a
Свирепое
time
начальство
limit?
запрещает дружить кальянщикам.
You know, I
и
think there
разным
is, but I don't
заведениям.
remember what it
И
was.
только в их ночные сновидения жар ароматной чаши проникает. Там
I know there's
дружба
12,
двух
and this is going to
кальянщиков
take
цветет,
somewhere
но
around
в
an hour
жизни
and a half to
всё не
watch.
так.
So
И, к сожалению, вражда им вместе покурить мешает. Нет повести печальнее на свете,
Oh, is this
чем повесть
COVID tie-in?
о романе и Джанбеке.
I mean, probably, but I don't know.
Звонит мой телефон, но что им нужно? Коллектор хочет крови или спам?
Collector
Мошеннику
wants
дать
blood?
нужно код от карты. А
Oh my
может,
God.
сменщик идиот опять запил и просит подменить.
That's also what I do when I get phone calls.
Алло.
I just talk out loud,
You can
wondering what they
confirm
want.
Matt through
Или
Discord.
ответить.
Ooh.
Роман,
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't
неужели
missed
это
it.
ты?
He's gonna confirm
Какого
it via
чёрта ты
Discord.
молчишь в телеге?
We'll talk about
Кафе
this,
в
Steve.
подвале,
Is that who you said it was?
интернета нет.
Yeah, it's
Но
Steve.
есть
I've
желание
talked to multiple
поговорить с
people.
тобою. Ведь
Yeah,
у
but
меня
there's a difference
сегодня
when it's
выходной.
Steve.
И у тебя,
I've talked
слышал,
to
тоже
Tangiers
вроде.
people.
Да-да,
This
конечно,
is a
друг.
Tangiers person.
Пойдем покурим.
Well,
Но
they
только
have their
так,
house needing to be in
чтобы
order. Let's
пробило
watch
тоже.
this.
Пускай спирает горло, будто душит.
What?
Такая сильная,
Let the throat
понятная
spiral
аромат.
as if
И
choking.
легкие сжимаются от
Dude,
дыма,
the
как
subtitles
будто
are gonna be
ты в
amazing.
объятиях
This, please,
крепких друга.
please tell me we
И
get
сердце
laughs in Russian.
замедляет ход и пробивает на
That would be
холодный пот.
wonderful.
Немеют ноги, будто связаны веревкой, и никотин ударит словно плеткой.
Джонбек, ну где? В Клаутеке на колодке? Колодка дрянь, и толер не пробьет. А в Смокулете мне нельзя, я в нем работал.
Тогда давай покурим у меня. Соседи смену тянут на работе. Квадрат свободен, можем делать грязь.
Возьму кольцо. С
I feel
кольцом
like we're
нам
watching
будет
the
жестче.
intro to
Не
a
стоит
hookah
брать.
RPG
Своё
with this
есть.
background
The
music.
music, yeah.
Скрестим
Yeah,
жизнь.
like Elder Scrolls
Возможно, будет
hookah.
крепче.
Just like,
Я в Яндексе
okay.
забил
Oh man, that gives me an
адрес
idea for a
свой.
video. That's a good
Джоншот на
idea.
Приусе приедет вскоре за мной.
I want to do a Resident Evil 4 parody and just have somebody be, "What you buying?" And it's just a bunch of bowls and stuff.
You know what you should do is the I can smell you when someone's playing a ball. Let's say Lemon Blossom and Static have a lot in common. Okay. Okay.
I was told that usually it's more static than it is starlight. Sometimes it's more starlight and then a little bit of static.
If only it was that simple.
Maybe it is.
The flavor description is we grab the essence of the
Put 2
stars.
rings of bowl. We use dense rings. Giants.
Wende?
Oh, is this going to be
Yo,
a?
okay,
Is this
wait,
going to be
can we
a?
pause? Can we pause here for a second?
Sure. Is this going to
So,
be a grenade pack?
No, so believe it or not, this is like how they're packing right now is so similar to the first time I ever had Tangiers.
Really
Right,
interesting.
someone made a like a very rudimentary flavor saver, and they did that, and then they foiled over top of it. This was before like I ever knew anything that I do now, right? And let me tell you something, it is terrifying. It is terrifying. We smoked Extreme Cane Mint, right, out of this wonky ass pack, right? Very first hit, my stomach felt like someone had just dropped boulders in it, and they were fighting for who was dominant. So these dudes have iron stomachs. I can already tell you that.
They smoke differently in other parts of the world. That's for sure. All right, let's watch.
Cloud, which is good solid pipe.
Well, yeah, I like these pipes are very interesting to smoke out of. That's for sure. Whoa, that's a lot of coal.
And throwing the wind cover on.
Now it's back down to 3. Look, they just died.
Now they have the Provost. They're just, yeah, you know, just getting started. So yeah, Lola, this is Hookah
Спасибо,
Battle.
зритель,
I'm
что
gonna
узрел
rephrase what
сей
Matt has
балаган
already stated.
и полный
And Hookah Battle is an
беспредел.
international
Сию
competition
историю о
of hookah
дружбе, что
enthusiasts where they
зародилась
submit their
вопреки
entries where they
любви
be
к кальянам
pipes,
крепким
stories, mix and
непомерно.
match
Ну
stories,
и,
right?
конечно,
But they say the
непременно о
background stories
славном
to one of the
городе у
reasons
моря,
why their
что
favorite blend
далеко,
is their favorite
но
blend.
нашинский.
and then it's
Судить
introduced
не
to a
стоит, это
panel of
жестко.
5 to 6
Забитка.
judges, and then
Сервисная
those
речь.
judges review and rank accordingly, and then they're given a prize. For example, championship is considered 10 points for you to win. You join their, what's the term?
Hall of Fame, I think is what they call it.
Their Hall of Fame. And their Hall of Fame enables you to be a part of this really cool boat party they have nearly every year. It's a really awesome community. We've been working on it for, I'd say, most people who are actively involved in Hookah Battle have been trying to push it forward in the U.S. for about the last 5 years.
At least, yeah.
And it's gotten better. It's just very difficult for international logistics to throw something in the United States where hookah is more so not on the back burner,
Это Санкт-Петербург.
but
Ой, VPN забыл выключить.
let's continue. If you have more questions, let me
I
know.
wonder if this is just going to go all the entries real quick. Or we're just going to watch them straight through. But let's talk about that first entry real quick. What did you like
Is
about
this,
it?
this is the same voice.
Are you sure? Because I saw
I'm
credits.
pretty sure
Кстати, вы знали?
No, it's different. It's
it's
different.
it's the same actor.
No, that's someone different. David.
I don't think so.
I know all white people look the same to you, but that is a different person.
Wow, that's well, I am white, so we all look the same. It's fine. Theo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 6 months, dude. Holy shit.
Very cool.
I
very
appreciate it, my dude.
cool. All right, so let's
Oh,
talk a
God,
little bit
I'm
about
gonna
that first entry. What did you like about it? Oh, he muted himself right when I asked him a question.
I'm sorry, I'm getting attention. So the first entry, I really like the aspect of the narration, right? Having the monologue presented throughout the story is really cool. I think the production value is really well established for the type of framing that they have. It's always difficult for us to kind of take in the story for what it truly is with Russian subtitles and the varying things like that, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to watch that one again. Probably a lot of these I'll have to watch again, but I did like the musical aspect of it. I thought that it was telling a really interesting story. I missed what the mix of the actual tobacco was. I wish I would have noticed when they talked about what the bowl had inside of it. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
neither.
I think that it was more towards the story of what happened after like COVID hit in lounges and like how the world regressed. Because like you see the scene where he's in a lounge. He's in a very nice lounge, right? And whether or not it's open for service that day, which I don't see why not. It should be like, I think it's more of that story of like, hey, we don't have whereby to go and hang out with our friends during COVID. And like I've been on this resurging path recently to like reintroduce myself to a lot of the friends that I didn't lose, but I just got disconnected with during COVID. So like I can appreciate that aspect if that's what I'm reading into correctly.
Let's go ahead and jump into this next one and see what they have going on. I'm pretty sure this is a different one. I'm like 90% sure. 95.
Знаешь, что это кальянная столица? Создавать аналоговый продукт в цифровом мире – это настоящий процесс. Это не
Вау.
код, не виртуальная картинка и даже не марафон желаний. Что тут говорить-то? Давайте я лучше покажу.
Oh, I think this might be an ad. Wow.
This is a nano smoke, yeah.
Wow, they have upped their game.
The representative for nano smoke has always been a really awesome and kind dude.
Super nice guy.
Что я делаю?
This is amazing. Wow, what a cool ad. What a really cool hookah. Wow. That's not even a cool hookah ad. That's just a cool ad.
There are going to be hookah ads throughout these guys, so just be on the bright side of that because there might not be good transitions to us to know.
All right, so
see
we
what
got
their
the judging
feedback
right now.
is.
Looks like everyone's going to give him a thumbs up. I would say that
I'm
it's a pretty
steal-
good one to give a
Side
thumbs up
note,
to. It started
I'm
off really strong.
I'm stealing those signs this year.
We will have them at this year's Hookah Battle.
Понятно,
I'm
понятно.
stealing them.
Кальян действительно крепкий и очень
They're going up on my
вкусный. И
wall.
состав этого микса. Внизу слой.
That, you know
Tangier
what?
Dark Cherry 25%,
You know what
и
they should
Tangier
do, Matt? They
Marigold
should
15%.
make the award rather
Средний
than a
слой.
medal
Tangier Smile
that says Hookah Battle.
20%, и
You
Tangier
should just
Sour
get one of those as a
Resort
wall plaque in
25%.
gold.
Oh,
И верхний
they
слой
just said
Tangier
what the
Sour
mix
Resort.
was.
Tangier Summer
Hold
Hold
Resort.
on, I'm gonna rewind this just a little bit so we can see it again.
Ooh, they packed in.
Меня зовут Алексей Ильин.
It was Mime, Summer Solstice, and something else.
Что ж, это была потрясающая работа. Давайте спросим у членов жюри, как им все понравилось.
You're muted because I
Мнение
paused
общее,
and
пожалуйста.
started again, just to
У вас
remind you.
тут лежат
All right.
перед вами.
Yes, if in
Ага,
doubt, let's see.
ага.
Let's take a look at what it looks like. They're all getting thumbs up.
Так вот можно? Нет?
Можно,
Let's see what this
совмещать,
mix
если
was.
сомневаешься.
I saw
Да,
Summer
I like the guy
Solstice.
who's, yep, there it is.
Понятно, понятно. Кальян действительно крепкий и очень вкусный.
Really strong,
И
very
состав этого
tasty.
микса.
Tangiers
внизу
Dark
слой
Cherry.
Tangiers Dark Cherry 25%. и
Side
Tangiers
note, not a cherry
Marigold
flavor.
15%.
Marigold.
Средний
Mime.
слой Tangiers Mime 20% и Tangiers Summer Resort
I've never had Marigold.
26%.
Summer
И верхний
Solstice
слой
or
Tangiers
Summer
Raspberry.
Resort and Raspberry.
Мы для приготовления
Wow,
этого
what an
микса
interesting
собрали
Tangiers
весь
mix.
города. Тут аж
Cucumber
5
lemon,
вкусов,
Yeah.
и оно того стоило
mint
определенно.
lime,
Ну, хотел бы в Владивосток
raspberry,
съездить, покурить полегче.
marigold. That's a really intense blend.
I really want to try that actually. That sounds really interesting.
Потому что, знаешь, как бывает такое, это сделано так плохо, что даже очень хорошо.
Reminds me of your
Напоминает
rap.
твой рэп.
Ой, хватит, блин.
Кто-нибудь хотел бы что-нибудь еще сказать по этой работе прекрасной?
Ну, я
Может быть,
могу
Артем?
сказать.
Давай, Никита.
По лендам я не понял, там не подходила озвучка,
I do
не
love their
подходила
studio.
губам. И очень странные, короче, плюс там еще танцы, а я в танцах разбираюсь.
Yeah, where they're at presenting this is
Мне
very
очень
nice.
сильно зашли, вот, если так глобально. Но это мелочь, на самом-то деле, глобально. Я не понял, если честно,
Hookah Battle
вкуса.
does a great job
Да,
of
он
really
крепко, да, он
pushing
напутывает, но
the
вкусовой
hobby
вот
of
такой
hookah in a very
большой
positive and
историк я
upward
не
light.
почувствовал.
Возможно,
agree.
потому
история
что
Um,
ты последним дошел.
I agree with
Ну,
this
да, я
guy's
думаю,
feedback.
нет. Я
He's
просто
saying
вроде
that there's a
курил, просто
disconnect
не
between
сильно
the
затягивался.
scenes, and he
Но
was looking at
Мне
it from a
понравилось, что
production
хореография
value that
немножко
like the
хромает.
voice and audio didn't line up
есть
necessarily
бланка
how it
для
needed
Игоря?
to be. But
Просто
I
я
think
хочу
that's
Ну,
very
бланку
вы
для
cool.
парни
шуток
критики,
Игоря.
конечно.
When you have quality stuff, you have to find things to nitpick about, and I don't mean that as a negative. I
Мне
mean that as
понравился
like a
мюзикл по
legitimate thing. Like
поводу-
their
Я
point
так
here is to
глубоко
judge
не
this
погружался,
content,
не
not just
смотрел,
enjoy.
не следил за губами и не сопоставлял это с звуковым рядом.
Слушай, ну начало просто было
Но я
бодрое.
пересмотрю и обращу внимание обязательно.
Начало было бодрое, потом вот этот переход такой он случился. И, ну,
Нам
чуть-чуть.
повесточку продвинули.
Ну, это,
Давай.
да. Ну, на самом деле, очень
The
бодрое
agenda was
начало.
advanced.
Такой La La Land
Okay.
такой получился. Ребята действительно заморочились над мюзиклом. Это классно, прикольные танцы, все очень интересно смотрелось. Очень много стихов, такой проза хорошая такая. И на самом деле я думаю, что это очень хороший ролик, креативно мне понравился. А по миксу скажу, что так как это первый кальян сегодня, это в голову мне лично дало сразу же. Вот, вкус приятный.
So
ну,
they're
достаточно
smoking
супер.
the mix that they smoked in the
Спасибо,
video
Стефан.
on the
Все мы
hookah that they
знаем,
have
что
in front of them
делает
right now.
первый кальян в день
What is it,
особенности. Он
prepared the
крепкий,
same
поэтому
way?
мы уходим на
That's how
перерыв.
it's supposed to be. They're supposed to go through whatever notes were given to them. All right, on to the next video. Oh, this is another ad. This is Briscoe. This is a non-tobacco alternative. It's been around for a very long time. They're big supporters of the hookah battle. I've never tried it. I've always been interested in it. It seems to have a very good reputation. And I've seen this commercial about 1,000 times.
Следующий наш участник — это Берлога Лаунж. Наши постоянные участники из Украины.
Matt, have you
Они
tried
тоже
Briscoe?
приготовили свою работу.
No, I have never tried Briscoe.
I have some. I've just never packed it.
This is from the Ukraine. Production value on these videos is just awesome.
I had a bad week, spent the evening pretending it wasn't that deep. You could see in my eyes that it was taking over.
Is this Ed
I guess I
Sheeran?
was just blind and caught up in the
It
moment.
sounds like it,
I
but I
can't-
don't.
Take a
I
look
can't
at
have this
right
playing.
now. Help me get it off my chest and out.
The MCA
Into
with the
ether
dude.
with the rest of this mess that just keeps us depressed. We forget that we're here right now. Cause we're living life at a different pace, stuck in a constant race. Keep the pressure on, you're bound to break. Something's got to
Jeez.
change. We should just be canceling all our plans and not give a damn if we're missing out on what the people think is right. Seeing through a picture behind a screen and forget to be. Lose the conversation for the message that you'll never read. I think maybe you and me, oh, we should head out to the place where the music plays.
Goodbye,
and then
VOD.
we'll go all night. Two-stepping with a woman I love. All my troubles standing up, and when I'm in your eyes, electrified. We'll keep turning up and go all night. And we had dips and falls in our time, but we know what it feels to be low then up, alone then love. And all we need is us to go all night, night.
I've always wanted to learn how to break dance. Looks like so much fun.
Yo, you have the hair for it.
We need is us. наш сон, у дві валізи все минуло,
that's the
далі
case.
go-go. Ти
Yeah,
за
shave the
кермом
goatee,
невідомий,
get a
всі
really
нерви,
dope
в кулаку й
hat,
нерви,
and then
мене
start
так я
practicing.
залишаюся вдихати дим. Останні запахи Діор із ним, я пам'ятаю, ти хотіла в Рим. Все йде до того, що спочатку на Крим свій двіж замутим, ніхто не вийде із води сухим.
Yo,
I think I'm gonna cry during this video.
this is heartfelt.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Knowing a couple of people who are in a similar situation to this, it's just kind of heartbreaking.
Wow, they pulled no stops. No stops in this.
Я паду з тобою в цей флоу, зацілую туди любов, знов і знов, чекай мене, коли все це ми. Night, night, two stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah, all we need is us to go all night. Night, night, two stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah, all we need is us to go all night.
Wow.
That was really heartfelt, and I feel like that's like a really good balance. Also, Oblako ad, if you guys aren't unfamiliar with Oblako. Oblako are shallow funnel and eggy bowls out of Russia. Really popular, took off after 2019 in the United States. Decent quality bowls, they take heat well. I love their glaze patterns in a lot of ways, even though they have a lot of like unpolished or like dip glazes. They always do something very interesting. I've been told they hold up really well.
Чебака красный сорбет.
Boy, oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna hear from them in just a minute to see what the mix is that they used in it. But I mean, my first reaction to that entry was just so heartfelt and so wow. Just what a very hard hitting and especially very what's it called, where it's in the conversation at the moment, obviously with the war that's happening in Ukraine and stuff like that. Just wow, what a powerful video.
Yeah, I think that a lot of their cinematography and editing was really well done. That scene where he's doing multiple transitions when walking, if you're not familiar with editing, and that's something like I'm trying to learn that process, that's chroma keyed out, that's multiple scenes and tracking. So like I'm sure a more complicated and involved editor probably nails that a lot more than I would be able to. But I very much have an appreciation for this video. I have a close friend I went to high school with who was a foreign exchange student, and she was in Ukraine, in the western side or eastern side of Ukraine during the initial conflict. And I think she finally, after 6 months, is in Germany or Poland now. And it's taken her a long time to kind of reestablish herself. And it's a very similar story. Like her husband is out fighting right now, and he was drafted, and she has a 6-year-old son. So like that's very heartfelt.
Wow.
If you know anyone who's affected, this should be very like pulling on the heartstrings.
Yeah, that was a very impressive video. I'm excited to see what their mixture. I would assume something that's flowery. We can just judging by like the sunflowers that we saw and stuff like that. But that was a really, really cool video. I can't wait to hear more.
Бразильский чай Spectrum, Lemon Swiss Blackburn, Raspberry Blackburn.
Предыдущий ты нормально читал. Что случилось, я не понял.
Oh, I gotta.
Это не на камеру, это что? Потрясающая
So it's a
сильная
Blackbird
работа.
mix.
Yeah.
Что ж, состав микса. Чебака, красный сорбет,
Chewbacca,
25%,
red
бразильский чай
sherbet, Spectrum,
20%,
Brazilian tea,
lemon sweet
from Blackburn,
20%,
and
и
raspberry from
raspberry
Blackburn.
35%.
35%.
Общее мнение,
Wow.
общее мнение, господа, давайте.
These are really
покажем.
complicated
Это
mixes.
хорошо сделанная работа.
Like
Артем,
so
тоже,
far,
пожалуйста, общее мнение.
it's not like 3
Давайте
flavor mixes,
продемонстрируем.
right? And I feel like that's like a pretty good standard for a lot of people.
Зеленый
Is 3
свет,
flavors. But when you
э,
start going into like
зелено-белое.
4 or 5 and the
В целом,
mixology aspect, you start
мне
going into like
плюс-минус
diminishing
отлично.
flavor return.
По миксу,
Right? Am I really
что-нибудь
getting
скажешь?
that tea flavor coming through? Am I really
Это вкусно,
getting
это очень вкусно.
the
Ну,
values
то есть
of
не-
like
не-
tobacco being
если
a tea
предыдущий
base
кальян
that's
был
infused
крепкий,
with
слишком, то этот
nicotine?
вкус, как вот крепость как
Like,
раз
am I
оптимальна
picking
для
up on
меня,
some of
и
that,
в целом вкус
tobacco's
такой
notes?
мне понравился.
Ну, мне очень понравился клип. Ну, и история была такая.
Yeah, once you start getting into
интересная,
those more advanced
понятная.
mixes, you
Я
have to
думаю,
change
всем
up certain parts of it that you're doing.
в эту тематику. А названия нету микса? Типа,
Нет,
позиционирует.
нет, ну мне вот еще песня понравилась даже.
Нет,
допустим.
песня тоже супер мне понравилась. ну,
This is the tough part about having such a great competition is we already started with all thumbs up and we're going to more thumbs up. Like, this is going to be a very complicated judging for these guys, for sure.
Непонятно видео вообще, как относится к кальяну. Вот это единственное. Видео топовое, классное, снято кайфово, но...
Как-то связали, что, я так понимаю, кальянчик...
I feel like this is a controversial take for them, right? Because as a like reviewing a Ukrainian video in a country that doesn't necessarily understand the own conflict that they're involved in because of how limited their scope is, right? BMA, we're also limited in our scope in the news and media that we get back, but I feel like this is a polarizing video for them because they have to consider the aspects of what's happening culturally and around the world for them.
I mean, yeah, and so many of them are against the war as is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're not for this either and stuff. So, like, that conflict is such a... it can be very divisive, obviously, but it's also something universal in the fact that nobody wants this. So few people want this.
Никакого нет. То есть при первом ролике нашем, который был, там хотя бы, ну, концовка, она закрепила все возможное по объяснению по кальяну, а тут как бы, ну, просто покурили, просто посмотрели, кайф.
То есть и то классное, но нет связи.
Да, нет никакой связи, мне кажется.
Да, я полностью согласен.
No connection for him, he says.
Кайфово получился, очень красиво все снято, но связи с кальяном как-то я не
Another
нашел,
person saying they don't find a connection with a hookah,
прикольные,
according to the
но
mix.
Предыдущий мне зашел больше.
И третий участник. Команда из Казахстана Джарнили. Ребята у нас регулярно участвуют и радуют нас творческим подходом. Это определенно один из фаворитов нашего сегодняшнего шоу. Ребята не единожды уже выиграли наши батлы. Смотрим.
I wonder if we'll see more of a traditional vibe or if they've modern, like it's a
хочешь,
modern
историю расскажу? Про путника. История начинается в степи Казахстана.
Наш прадед был торговцем. Его маршрут проходил через Великий Шелковый путь. Однажды он со своей группой попал в пыльную бурю. Когда буря утихла, он обнаружил, что остался один, без еды и воды.
This has got to be traditionalist, right?
Бродил долго
Like modern take on
и потерял всякую надежду на жизнь. Но случилось чудо. Его нашел пастух со своим сыном.
Getting more RPG vibes. These are just a couple of bandits robbing him.
No, they're saving him. They're saving him.
Yeah, until he has no shoes. Look, the shoes are on the ground.
Пастух оказался местным шаманом. Лечил его древним методом, который ему достался от отца, а ему от его предков.
I wonder if we're going to see our first double apple mix.
The pipe's traditional. Or at least it looks it.
Когда путник оклемался, его напоили отваром местных трав и накурили кальяном, в состав которого входили травы эстетики, спектрума, деликуки и мастелла.
Ooh, using the terms in the video for the brands.
Yeah. Talked about tea. Is that the MiG Traddy?
It looks like a MiG, yeah, I think you're right. The traditional MiG, yeah.
Homeboy can't take the smoke.
Спасли заблудшего путника.
Interesting. Interesting. Wow, what a juxtaposition in terms of the video and the vibe of it especially. So this is a advertisement for, what was it called? Narsh? Hookah? Marisha.
That heart is 3D printed. At least there's a portion of it that looks 3D printed.
Huh, interesting.
Misha. Interesting.
Что ж, я даже не знал, что в Казахстане есть пустыни. Знал только
There
про
are
степи
desserts.
и
The
про
only
шаманов
know
с
about
юртами.
steppers and the shamans.
Ребята,
General
общее мнение,
opinion,
как вам
guys.
микс,
How
как
do you
вам
like the
работа?
mix? Wonder what's going to be in it. It sounded like they gave us the brand names inside the video as well, which will be interesting to see if how they incorporated that. So we have a neutral, and then we have a bunch of thumbs up.
На самом деле, но судьи со мной согласны. В любом случае.
Но сам выиграет.
А? Не, очень вкусный кальян.
Я пробовал такую штуку. Это какая-то лепешка.
It's some kind of
Знаете, я
cake.
даже ее узнал.
Ага.
Huh, interesting.
Эту штуку, когда ты ее куришь. Настолько. Как вам травы спектрума, мастхэва и эстетики?
Ответит?
Трав, да.
Ответит Стефан.
Кому еще, да, оценивать ребят
I
с
want them to tell us what's in the mix.
Казахстана, атмосферу.
We know the brands, but I want to know what flavors they're
Я не
using.
понял, честно
Especially to
скажу, по
create a
поводу
cake
видео,
mix.
мне не совсем понятен. То есть я понял сюжет, что там был заложен, но, как мне показалось, если они говорят, что там травы, то здесь я трав никаких не почувствовал.
Ooh, there's no herbs. It's more of a dessert flavor, which I was definitely getting a vibe from the video that it was going to be very herby and like medicinal and such.
Крепость для меня совсем, ну, очень хорошая.
Yeah, but I mean,
но
like, if you
по поводу
pass out
видео
from like a low
я
glycemic
не
index,
совсем
you hit them
понял.
with
Ну,
sugar,
допустим, предыдущие
right?
работы,
So
где
like,
мне
There you go,
понравились
there you go. There's
they
some
didn't
tie-in.
drink tea and had them have a lot of
Отличное
sugar, I
мнение,
guess.
кстати, по поводу состава этого микса.
composition of
Literally
this
like
mix.
how you
Травы там
bribe a
всё-таки есть.
13-year-old. You're like, here, take some
Эстетика, Earl
AZT
Grey,
or Mountain Dew, man. And
So
I'm gonna
Earl
give you some
Grey,
chocolate cake.
Spectrum Green Pop 25% по
Spectrum
середине.
Green Pop, must have vanilla cream.
Must have ванильный крем 25%
And
с сектором сверху.
is that it? And daily hookah corn and corn.
25%.
So that's where they're getting the cake base,
Yeah.
right? Because vanilla cream is going to be a very rich flavor tone.
Я и травы чувствую, на самом деле. Мне прям... Соглашусь, видео на самом деле очень хорошо связано, ассоциируется с этим кальяном, с миксом, но идея мне показалась не до конца раскрытым. То есть, может быть, побольше. Шел путник, устал, шаман его накурил и иди дальше.
Ну, я думаю, так они придумали это видео. Что сделаем? Говорит, давай путник будет идти, мы его накурим и отпустим. В принципе, все.
Потом такие, у нас полная посадка.
So, see, look, they're even agreeing.
Там,
He
знаешь,
got
искать,
kidnapped
которые
by bandits and they
спускались,
decided to
просто
smoke
очень много
something
таких
around him.
следов оставили.
And then they smoked it so he could get knocked out so they could keep on it. On
Yeah,
taking
right.
it.
They
Yeah.
kept him down for the count so they could take his shoes.
Ну, знаешь, Казахстан современное государство. Я думаю, что тяжеловато будет сейчас уже,
Ну,
но...
честно, когда я, прости, что я перебил, я когда смотрел типа видео, там, когда сказали травы, я такой думаю, все, я себя настроил на травы.
I was
То
definitely
есть я
expecting
должен
more
купить прям
herbs
такие какие-то
and
яркие,
spices.
интересные,
I was
прикольные
expecting
травы.
that.
Тоже трава, на самом деле.
Ну...
I think the corn is an interesting choice to add to that. 'Cause corn's like a weird savory note when you're smoking.
Had a lot of interesting mixes to it. Corn's going to be very sweet with that vanilla cream, like you said. That's probably where they're getting that kind of cakey base to it and stuff.
И мне она больше
That's so weird because I've had plenty of corn bowls, right? As weird as a statement as that is, right? But I feel like I've never picked up on the sweetness of corn in the flavor.
Really? I mean, corn is sweet though, isn't it? I mean, it's corn.
Yeah.
Big lumpy knobs. It's corn. It's got the juice.
Would you imagine if you described a shisha that way?
That'd be an interesting way to describe it.
Right, I have weird lumpy knobs in my shisha. Like, bro, I'd be concerned.
И там было этот... Там? Нет. Ты меня не обманешь. Там было прикольно... В моменте, когда Стивен Сигал восстанавливался, и там сидел шаманка.
Steven Seagal.
Да. И она жевала что-то во рту и закладывала ему в рот. И говорила постоянно «надэ». И он постоянно восстанавливался за счет этого. Я вот, наверное, что-то такого ожидал от шаманизма. Ну, это, наверное, мои эти такие влажные мечты, но...
Никто не будет. И следующий участник у нас из Беларуси. Это команда Nimbus. Смотрим, поддерживаем.
Valeries.
Всем привет из Беларуси, меня зовут Вадим, и я представляю Nimbus Lounge Bar. Сегодня я вам расскажу об одном из своих самых любимых миксов, который отсылает меня в счастливое и беззаботное детство. Когда я впервые попробовал кукурузу в кальяне, я был очень приятно удивлен.
Oh, another corn, it looks like.
Казалось, что не хватает чего-то нежного, сладкого, в то же время такого аккуратного и оттеняющего.
That is a juicy
Я
corn
пробовал
right there.
множество разных вариаций, множество разных вкусов, и наконец-то я его нашел. То сочетание, при котором кукуруза получается сладкая, вареная, нежная, с ощущением как будто молочности, которая отпиливает эмоционально обратно в далекое детство. Сам по себе микс очень простой. Это кукуруза от дафта и молочный улун от чебака. Самое главное это сама по себе.
Was that it? Was that the two? It's corn and milk oolong? I think so.
Большую часть мы берем.
So we take nearly 85% of the king corn and we air it into the hookah bowl,
и,
almost to the top.
Воздушненько укладываем в чашку. Практически до
upgrade bowl.
Dude, that upgraded form has seen some battles.
Это уже лишнее.
I can respect that.
А теперь буквально самое главное. Так. Молочный улун мы укладываем в самом верху.
This is corn and milk oolong.
Тонким слоем, так, чтобы он именно касался колодки, чтобы он давал именно яркий оттеночный вкус. Выводим это все в касание, разравниваем и делаем колодец. Идеально. Ставим на
I
колено,
feel like this is gonna get a high score because he's showing so much of his involvement.
Oh boy, there's that. That's why the upgrade form looks like it does.
I mean, my upgrade form also looks this way.
Как в детство вернулся.
Very reminiscent of stuff that he used to taste when he was a kid. So that's where it comes from. Wow, much more smaller, condensed video. Very interesting. And it was just a very straight to the point, which I kind of appreciate and like after watching all the things that we've seen thus far. I like that it was just to the point.
It was more of like, this is my personal story, right? Rather than like, here's this complex, you know, plot established.
Теперь оцениваем Nimbus. Как вам понравилась работа в целом?
Я предлагаю
Общее впечатление подними
They mentioned Nimbus, the ultimate cloud.
Oh no! Oh no! Everybody doesn't. Okay, we got some neutrals at least, I guess. Jeez.
Wow.
Not a fan of the straight to it.
За что? Не за футболку же.
Voice your opinion.
Озвучьте мнение, пожалуйста, Артем.
Очень просто видео снято. По вкусу я не чувствую.
Voice your opinions not for the t-shirt, but for the hookah.
Чаюху.
Мне не понравилось.
Много чаюхи, мало кукурузы. А все попробовали уже? Ты попробовал?
Little tea and corn taste. They don't seem to like this mix.
Я его забивал за стойкой, как бы, ну, когда молочный он
Именно дафт, кстати, да, состав микса. Дафт, кинг корн 85% и чебака молочный улун 15% сверху.
Нам это видео объяснили.
Намазали вот так.
Там не было такого что-то, что мы не поняли на самом деле. Слушай, видео супер простое. Это стандартный обзор и ничего сверх.
Treating it like a standard review, they did not like that. They seem very offended from this video, David.
Обычного микса, да, окей, могут быть обычные.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, it's a completely different aspect, right? Like, you're taking these lounges that are putting very high production value, and then you're taking someone who's just like showing his passion and putting it on his sleeve, right? Like, there's very different sides to that, right? Like, I'd much rather, so far, I'd much rather have the conversation with him and like his hookah life, right, than the high production value of the lounge.
Yeah, he seems much more like a real person in comparison to the stuff that we've seen.
Yeah.
Not knocking any of the stuff that we've seen thus far. It's just purely one type compared to another. This one's from Greece. We're going to Greece now. Interesting. Interesting how they approach that one.
Τι κάνεις 6 ώρα το πρωί εδώ?
Καλημέρα σε όλους. Εσύ τι κάνεις με την κάμερα εδώ?
Εγώ ήρθα να κάνουμε βίντεο, τι να κάνω?
Σήμερα έχω καλύτερη ιδέα.
Για πες.
Πάω να κάνω Hookah Battle 2022, Mix and Story, μαζί με Smoke Plays
They're
και
on the
Hookah
edge.
Joy.
Τι Smoke Plays ρε τρελός εσύ.
And it's not the edge of glory.
Εμείς είμαστε στη Θεσσαλονίκη.
Φύγαμε για Αθήνα.
Φύγαμε, πακετάρουμε.
Ναι, μάζεψε τα.
Φύγαμε.
Back to the high production value.
This is why I want a drone, by the way.
Yeah, right?
Can you just get a drone for the next HEW? I'll fly it around with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Καλησπέρα σε όλους. Καλώς ήρθατε στην Ελλάδα. Είμαι
Welcome
ο Βίτο
to
Περονίτη, εκ μέρους της Hookah Joy. Εγώ είμαι ο Ίγκορ Κρίλοφ, εκ μέρους Smoke Plays.
Try pronouncing that
στην
name
ελληνική
and
συμμετοχή
that
στο
first
Hookah
name.
Battle
That
Mix
I
and Story 2022. Η συμμετοχή μας
You've
είναι
heard me
αφηρημένη
pronounce
σε
things.
μια
I'm
από
not
τις πιο
trying.
διάσημες σαλάτες του
What
κόσμου,
was the word that you
την
used to
ελληνική
say that I
σαλάτα.
used to yell at you about?
Lots of them.
Βασισμένη στις γευστικές, κατακόκκινες ζουμερές ελληνικές ντομάτες, το εξαιρετικό παρθένο ελαιόλαδο και τις ξακουστές ελληνικές ελιές, η
Are they
ελληνική
going for a
σαλάτα αποτελεί ένα
savory,
θησαυρό που
like,
κουβαλάει
Greek salad
παραδόσεις,
mix?
ιστορία,
That'd be interesting.
φρεσκάδα και
I'd like to hear
χρώματα,
what they have to make
που
that happen.
προσφέρει σε όποιον τη δοκιμάσει
A
μια
tomato flavor,
αναφιεριστική
cucumber
εμπειρία και
flavor,
φυσικά μια υπέροχη γεύση
basil
που θυμίζει
flavor.
οικογένεια.
Talk to you about doing a
Αν
salsa
συνδυάσουμε
flavor
την ελληνική
before.
σαλάτα με ένα
I
ελληνικό
know.
παραδοσιακό
We'll see
ούζο,
about it one day.
θα έχουμε ένα ιδανικό τέριασμα
I can
που
still
απογειώνει
try.
την εμπειρία μας. Φαγητό, ποτό και προπάντων μια καλή παρέα, τι καλύτερο μπορείτε να φανταστείτε.
Ah, langoustines. Not prawns, langoustines. A little bit of octopus. Braised
Αυτή την
octopus.
ενότητα, την παρέα και την ψυχαγωγία θεωρούμε ότι εκφράζει και ο Ναργιλές. Όπως μια οικογένεια ή μια παρέα φίλων κάθεται στο τραπέζι,
Yo,
με μια
I really
ελληνική
hope they
σαλάτα
have that
στη μέση,
same foil
έτσι και
screen
εμείς
when
βάζουμε
they're
στη μέση του
smoking this.
τραπεζιού Ναργιλέ, το μοναδικό πράγμα που βρίσκεται ανάμεσά μας. Ανταλλάσσουμε απόψεις, μοιραζόμαστε τη φιλοσοφία μας, μαθαίνουμε, ακούμε, διασκεδάζουμε και γελάμε. Και έτσι γινόμαστε όλο καλύτεροι, όχι μόνο στο κομμάτι του Ναργιλέ, αλλά και σαν άνθρωποι.
Αρκετά όμως με την θεωρία και την ιστορία, ας περάσουμε στο παρόν και στην πράξη. Ελάτε να σας δείξουμε τι περιέχει η
Greek
ελληνική
salad
σαλάτα.
mix consists of. Oh, they have an olive flavor from broach? I've never known
Yeah.
that.
We'll have an interesting conversation about all of them.
Έχουμε
Broach has some
όλα
cool
εις ποσός
flavors.
33,3%
33% tomato.
ντομάτα της Εμπέρο. Έχουμε 33,3
Mindstone?
Spectrum και έχουμε 33,3
Minestrone.
λάδι ολίβ της
Oh,
Monster.
minestrone, yeah.
Όλα
Yeah.
ανάμειξη σε ένα μπολ.
Interesting.
Upgrade again.
I like minestrone is going to be a very like complex flavor.
I would
Για να
say out
μπορέσετε
of
να ταξιδέψετε
I would
πλήρως
say
σε ένα
out of
ελληνικό
everything we've seen, this is the
τραπέζι,
one I want to try
θα
the
μπορέσετε
most.
προαιρετικά να
Yeah.
προσθέσετε
This is
40
like up my
ml
weird
ούζο
hookah
μέσα στη
alley.
γυάλα
Yeah.
για να νιώσετε όλες τις εντυπώσεις. Τέλος, προτείνουμε από εμάς να αφήσετε το μίξ 20
put
λεπτά
40
για να ανοίξουν
milliliters
όλα
of
τα αρώμα
ouzo.
και να
You know what
νιώσετε
ouzo is?
την
Is
ελληνική
it
γεύση
liquor?
στο στόμα σας.
Yeah, ouzo is think of like
Don't put liquor in your base.
no, think of it like oh, what is it? Like white absinthe.
Okay.
Very traditional anise flavored
I would assume like a sipping liquor.
grape. Yeah, it's a distilled grape liqueur. Very similar. I can't think of the other ones. What is Hookah John's trifecta exclusive?
Doa?
No, the double apple one he had made.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I couldn't think of the name.
Arak.
Yeah, Arak. Yeah.
Yeah, so Arak, Uzu, there's a few other ones that are all very similar in tone. They're all regional based on what they are, right? It's kind of like the soju battle, right? Is it Chinese, Korean, or Japanese?
Another new brand right here. Interesting looking brand. All right, let's hear what they have to say about this entry. This entry was had a production value, the story, and the flavors all right there.
33% сибера томат, 33% оливка бань.
Tomato, olive, and minestrone.
33% спектрум minestrone. Общее мнение поднимем.
Well, their faces say a lot.
Very neutral. Ooh, interesting.
И полностью круто.
Ну, тот диван мы не слушаем.
We don't listen to that sofa.
Покушали просто.
По ним заметно.
They just ate. It's
Мнение, пожалуйста, Николай.
Не понял видео, ну, в принципе, снято прикольно, но первые участники задали такой прям тренд кайфового видео с хорошим монтажом. Микс прикольный, попадание хорошее, но как-то не дотягивает до топчика.
So I feel like the hard
Кому не
flavor
понравилось
to
видео, мне
hit
вот
with a
лично
salad
вполне
mix
зашло.
is kind of like, it's going to sound weird, but they're refreshing
Там
tone.
была история.
yes, I agree with that.
Right? Like how do you bring out that cool, refreshing salad vibe in something that is, you know, being heated by like 400 degrees Celsius type shit, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's like any kind of menthol. I also don't know too much about olive flavors, but if it plays anything like raisin flavors too, right, it can get lost really quickly in the base that is used for the tobacco.
Definitely interested in
the notes of molasses will overtake it.
An olive tasting tobacco would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Ну, Россия 23 взяла бы такой.
Will you be all over it?
I love olives.
Спасибо, наши члены жюри. А теперь участник из Греции Кассаба.
Another one from Greek, it looks like. This is a
I
lounge.
like how the Greek community's been growing, by the way.
Hello to
So this is
everyone.
featuring
My name is John
an
Sam,
artist.
and I am from Athens, Greece.
I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again.
I like that this one's showing off more of the area and stuff where they're at.
Yeah.
I took my first steps in the hookah industry in 2000. And after a lot of trips and a lot of very important coincidences, I opened my own hookah lounge in 2013
They're gonna ding this dude on audio.
and continue the journey in the magical.
It seems like they would, judging how they've judged prior entries.
Yeah. Because there's background sound, they're gonna do something.
Right, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Wow. Beautiful collection of hookahs at this lounge.
That is a wonderful collection of pipes.
A little bit of everything there. All over the world. That's the Midas right there. The glass one on the stand.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah, we've seen everything from Work Bun, Regal.
You have that one type, don't you?
Which one?
The clay one.
No, I have the one that like glows in the dark with wood. I wanted the clay one, but I did not get it. I mean, I definitely want to go to this lounge and smoke very badly.
There's a really good collection of bowls there. There's some Brazilian bowls.
Oh man, some onyxes, mason, and everything.
I have the largest
Septic.
collection of hookah brands and hookah bowls, at least in Greece. Also, I know many hookah industries company owners personally. I specialize in testing and mix
I
technique.
feel like this is
and I
more
am
of
the one
a
who
they took
tests
their
all products
advertisement
of the
for like their
largest Greek
online
hookah
Instagram.
company called Vulcan,
A little bit.
Sent it in.
which use Virginia and
Yeah,
Salt Lake
definitely advertising his lounge, but it works because I want to go.
Also, my lounge has the biggest catalog with handmade mixes, which are more than 70. And according to CISA Sports, we were voted at the third best hookah lounge in Europe. And in 2018, we are take the fourth place in hookah battle in Frankfurt on CISA Messe. It was about a little bit who I am and what I do. And now it's time for the mix that I prepared for you. It's a very Greek mix, and I prepared the traditional Greek orange pie, of course, for you. Traditional
Interesting.
dessert, which you will find in all parts of Greece.
Just talk about the pipe he's smoking out of.
With a very small variation
Like
on the side.
that's a Solomon, right?
I'm not sure what it is, but it looks
As soon as
it's
That's
reminiscent.
That's a very high-end pipe.
Yeah.
We're not talking like a 3 to 4. That's like an $800 pipe.
If it's what I think it is, yeah, that's an expensive pipe.
Thank you very much.
That is
Enjoy the mix.
crazy for the collection.
It's
That's
reminiscent.
Gotta be his personal.
It's reminiscent of those old ones that had like a marble in the center of it and stuff.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, I think it's Solomon that does that. They like all lathe carved marble or
Это
something like that,
Санкт-Петербург.
or like a different stone.
VPN забыл
Yeah.
выключить. Кстати,
Oh, so this is that really cool nano smoke advertisement again. I could watch this one all day.
аналоговый продукт в цифровом мире — это настоящий процесс. Это не код, не виртуальная картинка и даже не марафон желаний.
Wow.
Что тут говорить-то? Давайте я лучше покажу.
And like you said before, the guy from Nano Smoke is so nice, and he's such a cool dude. so much passion in the way that he's gone from creating these small rectangular, tabletop hookahs. These are obviously still tabletop hookahs, but you can see the engineering has just gone up tenfold.
А это то, что я делаю.
Общее мнение, ребят, пожалуйста.
Нативная реклама.
Вам не понравился его лаунж? Ладно, вот вы душнилы,
У них
конечно.
просто пустая посадка.
Native
на столе.
advertising.
Продукции, знаешь, не было моей чашки. Вот это вот почему? Книжки не было.
Вообще, он, на самом деле, очень
Да?
большой фанат кальянов. Он рассказал про свое хобби. Он любит курить кальяны. У него, вот, смотрите, сколько чашечек, у него целая коллекция. Состав микса. Must have корица.
Cinnamon,
50%,
red tea,
Dark Side
and
Red Tea
blackburn what?
25% и Blackburn Red Orange.
Red orange.
Пряно-цитрусовый сладенький микс.
He called it a traditional orange pie,
На самом
right?
деле обычное видео, обычный кальян. То
It
есть,
was
ну,
red,
вкусно,
orange, and
но
what?
это не лучше,
It was
чуть-чуть
red,
поработать с
orange,
этим заданием.
and other stuff that I don't
Здесь,
remember now.
наверное, надо оценивать еще и по подготовленности. У прошлых ребят была профессиональная съемка. Здесь немножечко камера шаталась, все как-то было снято, наверное, я думаю, на мобильный телефон. Вот, ну,
Yeah, they're dinging him on the audio and the video quality.
Просто обычное
Well,
видео.
yeah, of
то
course
есть
they're
здесь
going
ничего
to.
выдающегося, как показалось, не было.
But like, if we were talking
Ну,
production
большое
value, and that's
спасибо
the
нашим
key thing
участникам
that
из
they're judging
Греции.
here,
И
it's not
переходим к
necessarily fair,
следующему участнику.
right? Because this, I love
Команда
Hookah Battle,
Том
right?
Бакко
And you and
из
I've had this talk
Индонезии.
before.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just really
Поприветствую,
wish
ребят.
that there was a translated rule set that everyone had at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's the biggest thing I've wanted from Hookah Battle, because everyone should be able to, full transparency, know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
But that being said, that should not stop anyone from joining Hookah Battle if they want to. It is a really fun time. You meet amazing people. It's a really positive environment too. I've met really amazing and made really good friendships from the Hookah Battle. So you can't really go wrong with it.
Tropical beaches, culture, art, restaurants, and nightlife. It's estimated that annually
Wow, this place looks beautiful.
tourists visit the island of Bali. Big part of Balinese lifestyle is the balance with nature and culture. The main religion of Bali is Hinduism. There are offers and thanks being made every day for a healthy and balanced life.
Durian, it says.
Bali has a young and fast-growing shisha culture with Eden Hookah Club.
Irish
as
cream?
trendsetter.
You ever had durian before?
Located in the heart of Seminyak.
Have once or twice. It's interesting.
Very interesting. The fresher you get it, the
Had
better.
it braised as like a meat replacement, and you kind of lose some of the flavor, but the texture's there. It's a very fleshy fruit.
If you can get it as fresh as possible, when you pop it open, oh man, that's interesting.
Ice 10%.
Wow.
Irish cream.
Irish cream, ice, durian.
Arjuna 30%.
Okay, so we're going for a dessert.
Huh. Yes. Durian, when you get it fresh, is very creamy, and it has like this weird taste that is just unlike anything else. I mean, it smells horrendous, but it is so interesting.
Have you ever watched any of the? I think it's the Forbes series on YouTube about like high-end durian.
I don't think so, no.
It's like the series is most expensive.
Oh, okay.
And there's like durian farms in Indonesia, right, where like they have the same tree for like 80 years, right, and they treat the plant so well to get the highest quality fruit, and it's like they'll sell for like $2,000 US.
Wow.
Yeah, like I highly recommend watching it. It's really informative. You get to see some of the premiums, and they go from like cigars to like tailoring scissors, right? And how like the highest prestige tailoring scissors come out of this shop in Liverpool that's been open for like 160 years, right? Like that level craftsmanship is really cool.
I will say that like the best commercials or the best entries on this are also going to feel like commercials for what it is that they're showcasing to us, because they are advertising whatever it is that they're trying to show us. You know what I mean?
When you're dealing with Hookah Battle, a lot of, and I hate to say it this way, but it's true, a lot of the people who are joining the Hookah Battle stage, there is a presence behind them in a lot of degrees, and that presence is like there's a notoriety for some of the things that they do, right? Like Chef Jan's entry last year, like I know Chef Dan from the aspects of like I've seen all of his entries. I know more about him from his entries and the culinary ties that he's had.
Yeah.
So I think that like there's a reputation that ties into a lot of these, and a lot of these places are very well established in their own regions. I don't know if I agree with cockfighting, but you know,
it's not America. Wow, this place just looks amazing. Oh, jeez. Hookah Club, Eden Hookah Club. Wow. Okay, we're booking our trip.
Man, the only Eden I know here is a fully nude strip club. Like
That might be a little bit different than this one.
yeah, right. Like I go in there expecting hookah, and I'm seeing naked ladies. I don't know what to tell you.
I think we're booking our flight to Bali though, so get ready.
Where?
To Bali, where they were just showcasing that last place. We need to go to Eden.
I would want to go to
Потрясающий
Bali.
видеоряд, отличное музыкальное
see, like, their
сопровождение. Думаю,
manufacturing.
согласятся все члены жюри. Давайте покажем общее мнение. Что вы думаете по этому поводу?
Oh, we got a downvote on this one. We have a downvote on this one. Interesting.
Ну, давайте с основного сноба
Я перепутал. Я перепутал. Всё нормально.
Да, понятно.
Oh, wrong one. He meant an upvote.
Перепутывать.
Не передумывай нас всех.
Что ж, кто поставил белый палец? Давайте послушаем вас. А это был Артем.
Я не очень понял. Мне не очень понравилось. Снято было очень хорошо.
It's very good.
Был.
I like how they're just look at this dude. Look at this dude in the middle. He's just like I am judging, but I'm also just judging you. Just
необычный, да. Покурил.
Кратко.
But usual enough, we briefly have international hookah battle. That's right, as representatives.
Сделано очень круто. В плане того, что они сделали видеоролик, рассказали кратко о том, что у них вообще там происходит. Предоставили нам, во-первых, продукт, да. Единственное, что в миксе, ну то есть мне глобально, потому что я не пробовал эти продукты, и предоставление этого
I feel like durian is a very regional tied flavor.
That's what I was thinking too. I wonder
the
how.
brand of tobacco they were using was not something we would know over here.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean that's the case with a lot of these in a lot of ways. Obviously, it's so interesting to see the world of hookah in so many different areas, especially in this situation where they're all smoking something so different in so many different places. Like we've seen
Oh, I agree.
everything from durian now, from milk oolong tea, like just olive. Like wow, what a wide variety.
I wonder how
Я думаю, это
like the regional ties for a lot of these places are going in, because I don't think durian would be a flavor that would do well here. I don't know the judge on the far right in the black shirt, but he made a very clear point about like icing flavors, and like we always like to use menthol, right? But the thing is like menthol takes away from the flavor profile a lot of the times of what you're actually smoking. It's kind of like the idea of like if you drink a beverage that's too cold, you don't get the full flavor.
That's kind of what he's talking about too.
Предлагаю поставить типовую пушку.
So I wonder if the mix is just maybe too cold.
That's what he was saying about the chill of it, and the other guy said that maybe we need to give him a heat gun.
Из местного табака и, в принципе, местных вкусов. Видеоряд бомба просто. Мне прям зашло, очень круто.
Со всеми с вами соглашусь, пожалуй. Хоть ваши мнения разнились, я соглашусь одновременно со всеми. И следующий участник у нас из Соединенных Штатов.
All right, represent. The U.S. is next. Mythic Clouds.
Наш хороший друг Мэтью.
Oh, hello. They said my name. I am the one that asked Mythic if he wanted to be a part of this. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, guys? My name is Mythic Clouds, and this is my entry for Hookah Battle. Let's do it.
Is this Clouds?
It's Mythic Clouds.
Yeah. Well, I know his tag is something different, I think.
What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon, aka Mythic Clouds. You can call me Mythic for short. I'm representing the United States. I currently live in New York City. I've been living here for the past 27 years of my life. I'm 27. I've been smoking shisha for about 10 years now, but over the course of 3 to 4 years, I've been taking it a little more seriously. I've been blogging.
I just gotta compliment his setup. I love the unions. And pairing a good base on those color tones is just amazing.
The mix that I submitted to you guys consists of these 4 flavors. We got Must Have Banana Mama, Duff Tiramisu, must have frosty, and must have.
Interesting that he's going with such a Russian-based mix for this.
10%. Pretty simple. So this specific mix is something I call the Mythic Bowl 2.0. The flavor profile is basically like a coffee, banana, like a banana cappuccino, minty type mix. Very desserty, very refreshing as well. So the original mix consisted of 24 Carotene by Overdose, Morning Glory by Trifecta Dark, Bonafide by Trifecta Blonde, and Peppermint Shake by Trifecta Blonde. Now I smoke all different types of shisha, all different types of flavors, but dessert profiles is something that I lean a lot towards. And that's why I submitted this specific
I would be
mix.
interested in
You guys
trying this,
hopefully you guys
especially
like it.
since supposedly a must-have is here.
I've gotten lots of must-have.
No, like officially. Here.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah.
Ooh, exciting.
Interesting controversy.
I'm down for controversy if I get to buy must-have.
Shisha wear. Shout out to Moa Smokes. And the other bowls that I have right here is the UPG bowl and the Ola Roma bowl. Now the reason that I have these extra bowls here is because these are other bowls that I really enjoy smoking must-have in, especially this specific mix. It works very well with this bowl, and it works very well with this bowl. So aside from submitting this mix just for the sake of you guys trying it, seeing if you're liking it, there's a little bit of background story to it. Now, in New York City, hookah is extremely popular, just like many other places in the United States. But here in New York, there are a lot of people in the community that smoke hookah. They have all these different pipes, all these different bowls, all these different HMDs and shishas that they enjoy smoking. And what I do in the community is basically help people. I help them with pack methods, I help them with brand recommendations, I do reviews, just to give a little more insight to people who are interested in purchasing certain items.
I like that he's explaining who he is and what it is about hookah that he enjoys.
Learning from them as well. They may have different methods that I'm not aware of, and I give it a try. So like I said before, my whole mission in the hookah community
There's
is to help
humbleness
people,
in
and
this,
I
which is
basically wanna
appreciated.
Help them step up their game. You know, try new products, try more modern products, try new flavors, and kind of step away from the old traditional ways. Now, granted, if you like smoking the old traditional way, kudos to you, that's great. But keep an open mind and try new things, and you'll be surprised that you may like it. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy the mix. I hope you guys enjoy my little backstory on the mix that I submitted, and the hookah life in New York City. Again, my name is Mythic Clouds. You can follow me on Instagram at Mythic Clouds. That's Mythic_Clouds. And a big shout out to Matt from Morning Hookah. He's the one who told me about this competition, and I was thrilled to be a part of it. And
You're welcome.
Participate in the other events that you guys may have in the near future. And with
So
that,
next year,
I'll
can
see
we
you
ask
guys
him to get
next
some
year,
of his beard
hopefully,
hair in the bowl?
And enjoy the smoke, and
Like
I'm outta here.
infuse it with the godliness that is his beard.
I mean, we could ask. I don't know how that will work, but we could ask.
You know, this bowl really tastes of hair. I can't tell if it's pubic or head.
I can't take you seriously.
Mythic, I'm sorry, but this is me. I will say the one thing I question a lot of times with the Blanco is just like, what glazes are they using? Because there's some really beautiful glazes.
They have a wide variety. There are so many different styles. All right, interested to hear what these guys have to say about this.
Спасибо нашему другу из США, Mythic Clouds. Микс вкусный. Давайте посмотрим ваше мнение, ваше общее мнение. Показывайте нам. Белый.
Interesting. We have a lot of neutral feelings about this.
I wonder if they're going to do the same thing that they said about the variant
Но мы
flavor.
видели сегодня и более простые работы.
Come on, subtitles, catch up. I want to see what they're saying.
Простенько, но, по-моему, с душой.
Oh, it looks like the subtitles are all messed up.
Clouds. Состав микса Must Have Banana Mama 40%, DAF Tiramisu 30%,
Yeah, it's like
Must
way
Have
behind,
молочный
jeez.
рис 20% и Must Have Frosty
Glad to know that you
10%.
two can't keep up with Russian.
Вопрос, у них своих табаков нет?
Видишь, как мы экспансию?
I want to hear what they're saying about the mix. Gosh dang it! What the fuck?
Смог хотя бы нам
Social Smoke хорош, но, видимо...
They're saying that it's more of a
Ну, не близка нам
of
эта
a
подача, мы
review
уже
and
как бы
less of
пережили.
Подпишусь на него в Инстаграме.
well, but I disagree.
Очень приятно видеть отечественные табаки на зарубежном рынке, конечно.
And they're
Но
also,
да, видео
I
достаточно
hate to say
простое.
this, but it also kind of sounds like these judges are gatekeeping.
Как бы, но видео, да, подкачало.
Well, I think they're looking for something very specific.
Индонезии
Yeah.
здесь не было представлено в видео абсолютно ничего такого.
But like you can't if we're looking at like the international realm of hookah, right? Let's call it that. Like it's very hard for the U.S. to get any of these flavors, first of all, and like the fact that we have a community that does openly grow and try to respect, you know, the foreign industries and try and like learn from it. Like I don't think I'd go into making tobacco if I did.
Простенько, но с душой.
Oh, and he muted me.
Sorry, I was trying to get the
Yeah,
subtitles
I see.
catched up. My apologies.
You're fine. I think that for the U.S. market, I feel like it's not stated enough that like how much appreciation we have for a lot of these brands, right? Be it
Yeah.
may, like I might not smoke a lot of these brands very often, and sometimes I'm very judgmental. Honestly, we know this. But I feel like it's kind the judges are kind of gatekeeping this. Like I know as much as I want to go like Team USA and like America, fuck yeah, but like how difficult and how expensive is that tobacco here?
Oh yeah, it's
Right?
extremely, yeah.
Like we're talking like probably like a $30 bowl outside of a lounge, and like it's very heartfelt in his efforts. So like I don't necessarily agree with the idea that it's a review where they're saying that like, oh, the people in New York smoke, but they smoke social smoke, right? Like, dude, we don't even have that here anymore. Like that's in Spain, right? I'm sorry that our
Yeah.
government is actively trying to kill our hobby. Like, sorry, hard
Yeah.
take, but not
No,
hard take.
I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play again.
Ну, не близка нам эта подача, мы уже как бы
Ну, я
пережили.
подпишусь на него в Инстаграме в любом случае.
I just wish the subtitles would have caught up so we could have a better idea of what it is that they're saying about this, because I think it's definitely worth hearing what they had to say, but it's just not gonna go with it, sadly. But great job, Mythic. Very proud of having you into the competition. Yeah, I do too.
Bring it with you to HEW.
Покурить это было все-таки
You better be coming to HEW, Mythic.
Приятно, что российские бренды такую экспансию за рубеж производят. И следующий участник, занявший второе место в российском этапе Mix and Story, команда Art Hookah Family.
Yes, Russians do drink. Sasha's friends are no exception. During the meetings, he remained on the sidelines and sadly watched how the cooker bequeathed to him by
I'm getting like
babushka just stands there. And his
really
friends
assassin
find millions of
vibes here.
reasons to drink. Sasha took care of
This is
his
like Clue.
girls,
Which
so
one of
he
them is
did
gonna
not
die and
drink
where?
alcohol. He smoked it, and each other meeting he waited for one thing only, when everyone would finally get the fuck out and he would enjoy the mix from Art Hookah Family. Tobacco and Gin and Tonic, Dark Side, Basil Blast.
I mean, that was really advertisement heavy.
Facial blast and
Mix
acid
recited
berry.
by Sasha's grandmother.
All right. The mix is delicious. Let's see your general opinion. So yeah, like
It's that far behind.
yeah, it's really far behind. We're gonna have to kind of fly solo without their opinions now. I
All
think,
right, so
sadly.
You take the right couch and you give your review, and I'll take the left couch and I'll give my review about what I think they're saying.
Family, спасибо за Gin Tonic.
I'm taking the left.
Давайте узнаем мнение
I'm
наших
taking the
жюри.
left.
Okay, I'll take the right.
You get the really judgy dude with the handkerchief.
Сугубо зелено у Art Hookah Family. Это действительно вкусный микс с джин-тоником. И состав микса мы вы могли видеть в самой работе. Напомню, это табак and джин-тоник 50%, smoke and
Did they all give thumbs up? Is that what they did?
40%.
I think they did.
И Dark
I think so too.
Side 10%. Немножко мнений, давайте.
По крайней мере, вот кратко, как видео.
This is a good mix. It has a good variety of stuff in it.
Один из самых вкусных миксов, который я пробовал.
I think that it told not really much about it, and there wasn't a whole lot of connection to the video.
Озвучщиком по поводу того ролика, который он нам должен был делать. И мне очень нравится, что
He wanted to see something a little bit more adventurous and different, given what they were able to do.
жду, что когда бренды будут использовать студию Кубик в Кубе. Вот там, я думаю, самый будет
It was okay.
Это просто личное мнение.
Yes, there wasn't much to it, but what was there was okay.
Называется она Бан Шиша.
There you go.
Если
That's
кто не
my
знал,
review of his.
сейчас в
Oh, we're not
Японии
even gonna hear from the left side. You don't get a
развивается
chance.
индустрия. Посмотрим,
Ooh,
посмотрим, что
Japan.
приготовил
Yeah.
наш участник.
Oh, they're saying that Mythic's video let them down a little bit.
はじめまして。バーンシーシャ浅草でシーシャを作っています。タクテンと言います。浅草は日本の歴史が息づく伝統的な街です。週末には多くの観光客で賑わいます。お店に出勤する前に浅草の街を散歩し、美味しい食べ物を食べ歩きながらお店に向かうのが多くの楽しみです。
Japan's shisha culture is very
日
interesting.
本ではシーシャの文化がどんどん盛んになっており、浅草のある東京では現在400店舗を超えるシーシャ屋さんが存在しています。
Over 400 cafes in Tokyo is a lot.
シーシャを美味しく作ろうとたゆまず努力を続けており、東京のどの場所を訪れても美味しいシーシャを吸うことができます。そんな日本の素晴らしいシーシャ文化を世界の方々に知ってもらいたくて、今回のミックスコンテストに応募しました。
Wow, he's doing this in hopes to spread
ここは
awareness.
僕が
That's
働いて
interesting.
いるバーンシーシャです。バーンとはタイ語で家という意味で、来てくれたお客さんたちがまるで自分の家に帰ってきたかのようにくつろげるよう名付けられまし
That was
た。
a cool transition for the ball.
世界中のお客さんに来ていただき、その数は40カ国以上に上ります。来てくれたお客さんの
Looks
国
like a
を世界
lychee
地図に
flavor?
マー
Is
ク
that what
した
that
り、
was?
いただいたチ
So
ップを
red
食べ
dyed
る
tobacco, first today.
コミュニケーションノートを通じてお客さんとのつながりを大事にしています。 もしかするとこの動画を見てくれている方の中にはバーンシーシャに来てくださった方がいらっしゃるかもしれません。
The traditional bartending style in Japan.
Just that it's crazy.
So like traditional bartending in Japan is like a very formal and respected art, where like the actual process is all made in front of you. Like we have a bar here, right? But you're not supposed to face away from the bartender when they're serving.
Huh, interesting.
The show is on the bartender, and you basically grievances towards the bar, so you can let it all off your chest. So I wonder if that's anything kind of like what they're relating to.
Huh. This guy loves hookah. That's what I'm getting from this video. He loves hookah. He loves sharing hookah with others. I love this video.
夜になると花火を楽しみます。現在はコロナウイルスの影響で多くの夏祭りが中止となっているので、シーシャで夏祭りの気分を味わえるようにこのコンセプトでミックスを考えました。ブルーミストで夏の夜空を、ライチで祭りの時
Yeah, there was lychee. Okay, cool.
ジャスミンで夏草の香り、
Summer grass of jasmine, fireworks with orange. This is, I think, oh man, this one and the Ukraine one. This one,
100% smoke here.
this one and the Ukraine one, I think, might be my favorite. I think, oh, this one's good. I really like that video.
It was the area I want to go smoke at. Like I know that like Steve in my chat said that it was very much so kind of a vibe of, you know, there's a lot of plugs, which is fine, right? But like even if this is a plug, like dude, we're talking about like going somewhere and like
Спасибо
smoking
участнику с
in the
Японии.
culture.
Нам всем очень понравился этот микс. Состав микса. Мазая Blue
I'm all the way back on gin and tonic on my.
I am too.
Jeez.
Азур Личи 25%, Альфакер Жасмин 10% и Альфакер Оранж 20%. Pure Tobacco
They used
FML 10%.
Alfaker.
Alfaker orange, I believe.
Жюри,
Yeah.
пожалуйста.
Okay, got a neutral, thumbs up, neutral, and what's the last guy think? A neutral again. Okay,
Неплохо, неплохо. Пожалуйста.
your turn, left sider.
Расскажи.
Oh, no, never mind.
Хороший микс.
Yeah.
Интересный. Ну, то есть, вроде бы...
На ностальгию надавил тебе?
Да, такую легкую.
Oh, the guy that did the voiceover for the Art Hookah one was a well-known voice actor, I guess.
Только зарождается у нас это все.
Going back to this one,
Я офигел от этой цифры.
judging by the fact that he gave a neutral, he definitely is. He thinks that the mix is just not quite all there together, and it's not something that I think he's interested in overall. It might not be his sort of smoking.
I wonder if there's gonna be like concern over this being Alfaker. right?
который,
Because
в
Alfaker
принципе,
doesn't necessarily have the largest
легкий,
presence
да,
in the
да,
Russian
атмосферу
and like
Японии мы здесь прочувствовали
Ukrainian environment
классно,
for hookah,
хорошо
from my
было.
knowledge.
Ну, я ждал
They've
Сакуру.
tried making a push, but I
И
don't know
что-нибудь
how
из леса
well
самого
it's
Ну, ты
taken.
представь, что это Сакура.
Предпоследний
I feel like
участник
more of
нашего
the
сегодняшнего
Mediterranean vibes are
турнира –
tied
команда
to
из
like Alfaker.
Азербайджана Hookah Art. Это
And
наши
it's
новые
just because it's so
участники, и пока
widely
что они
distributed,
успели
it's a
поучаствовать
very
только в
hard
одном
market
нашем
to break into.
турнире на
Yeah.
предыдущем оффлайн-батле Viva La Mexica.
They're world renowned and everybody knows who they are, obviously, but I think that it is something that some places around the world may have grown out of a little bit in the styles of hookah that they're smoking nowadays.
Yeah, but again, that's like that 3-year time frame, right?
Everything that was will come back around.
Where was this one?
Baku?
Okay.
Wow. What is that building?
I don't know what country this is. This is beautiful.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Ниджат, я представляю Азербайджан.
There's no subtitles.
The subtitles are killing me.
I know, I apologize to everybody watching on the stream. Sadly, we are not able to keep up with what it is that they're referring to and talking about, which is just a little bit of a disappointment. Obviously, when you are dealing with international type things like this, you're kind of beholden to certain things, and that's one of the things that we were beholden to, and it's just not working as cleanly as it was. So sadly, we're just going to have to kind of follow along and see what happens. See if we can kind of hear and see what's happening with this and kind of do our best to manage.
ВТО мед 5% и ВТО вафли 42,5%. Забивку нужно делать нижний слой послойно, а верхний слой делать секторно. Спасибо, оцените вкус.
So it'll be interesting to hear. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the judges kind of say about this one, because this was kind of a straightforward video as well, right? It showed a little bit of the area that it was from, and then it just showed him talking about his mix as well and stuff. It showcased the beauty of the country that he's in, for sure. I would really be interested to hear what his mix of that is. And I want to try contraband.
Спасибо команде Hookah Art из Азербайджана.
You're muted if you're talking to me.
Состав микса напомню.
I mean, you loved me to talk to you.
Must Have Milky Rice и ВТО вафли по 42,5%. Dark Side Nuts 10% и ВТО мед 5%.
Okay, Milky
Судьи,
Rice Nuts.
уважаемые члены жюри, общее мнение, как вам понравилась эта работа?
I wonder if they're getting tired of smoking.
Dude took off his glasses. Looks like he just had a really long
А
night.
там десерт, я же люблю десерт, мне вообще без разницы.
Почему не зеленая?
Если тебе без разницы, почему не зеленый?
Все ждут Никиту, как обычно.
Oh wow, so he's switching it from the neutral to a downvote actually.
То есть это не похвала. Может, ты просто
Interesting, because the only two flavors we picked up on this were Milky Rice and nuts, right? So like dessert tones, maybe dessert coffee tones.
Там, где звездная, купчина.
I'm a fan of Dark Side Nuts mixed with a lot of stuff. Like, I think it does a very good job of bringing out that like Nutella or that hazelnut kind of vibe to a lot of mixes.
Yeah, and nutty flavors in general are nutty, right? Like they're kind of hard to like blend well.
Немножко зарисовочек, немножко расскажу об.
That's obviously one of the biggest components of something like this hookah mix and story and stuff like that, is that a lot of these mixes do come from the people that enjoy these mixes, and you're kind of accepting the fate that you're welcoming this opinion to another person, right? You're giving this and saying like, please try this as well, and you're beholden to their taste buds and the way that they enjoy smoking.
Oh yeah, it's very subjective, right? Like, I mean,
I thought nothing in hookah was subjective. What are you talking about, David?
Okay. Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I feel like that's one of the reasons why like these stories are, for me, is not being a judge, but kind of like reaction-wise, I very much like some of these blends I would smoke. I'd go to a lounge and smoke. If this was one of my options on the board, right, and I'm in a foreign country, I would 100% be like, yo, dude, like, I know some of these flavors. Let's run it.
Yeah, that'd be very exciting to travel and to get the experience of trying the different modes of smoking for sure.
Ziggy.
What is that bowl?
No, I'm in love. You put so is that a hose port and a purge? Is he gonna be on like this super mini?
Is this Dido?
It is. It's a hose port and a purge.
Is this Dido Shisha right here? What is this? Is that a what? I want this hookah. That bowl was also the heart.
What I was saying, right? It's the hose port and the purge. So he's bringing on like a super mini pipe.
Judges aren't gonna like this video.
Napalm, I want that pipe. We need to find it. I don't... This is cool, dude. This is like at-home family vibes.
The other part of this is that it's kind of being judged in almost an unfair way in the general sense that like this video isn't going to be able to compete with some of those higher end production values and stuff like that. So I feel for them, right? Like
what country was this? Do we know?
That was it was oh man, it's in like I don't remember what it is now. Dang it.
We have to go back and look. We're gonna see if we can find it. We're gonna smoke that pipe at the expo, okay?
Ну, блин, мне очень понравилась вот эта история, когда он...
Uh-oh.
Ильяном. Поприветствуем, пожелаем удачи.
Да, но все-таки нам сказали, что если не нравится, то честно.
All right, so it was Brazil. It was Brazil.
Видео было затмило даже все. Вот человек даже не попробовал.
Brazil?
It was Brazil. That's where that was.
That was I would not have thought that was Brazil.
Yeah, it definitely didn't showcase the Brazilian area and stuff like that. I will say that for sure.
What the American bias of Brazil was, right? There's no festival party. Like, we're not in the middle of the favela, right? Like, Fast and Furious taught us wrong. Like,
Все команды, которые участвуют в наших турнирах, получают
I guess he competed in the last hookah battle where the festival was Viva La Mexico that I broadcasted here on the channel as well. He was one of the competitors, it said.
Помимо того, что вы сможете выступать членом жюри любых из наших шоу, вы получите специальное кольцо легенды Hookah Battle. Вы сможете вашу команду смогут спонсировать другие бренды. Вы сможете представлять их в наших турнирах.
What keywords to try to latch onto?
Oh no, I read all of it.
Yeah, but just I'm saying like you hear certain words and you latch onto those ones and learn what those ones are.
Yeah. Мы все здесь снимаем сегодня. Смена лаунж. Потрясающая музыка, антикварная мебель, индивидуальное освещение у каждого столика и непередаваемая атмосфера.
How many more entries are there?
I don't know. How many have we seen? Have we seen?
I think we're at like 8.
We have to be close.
Это концептуальный кальянный проект, который
We still have a little while. We still have 10 minutes.
В названии
So we're probably about 10
Okay, so
entries.
this is an entry from Mexico.
отражающее в названии
This
нашего
lounge is
проекта.
dope.
Santo Muerte el nacido
Oh my
absolución,
God.
который расшифровывается
Wow.
как «Святая смерть,
Steve.
рожденная
Oh,
от
they're
Бога».
the ones that competed in the last hookah
Настоящая
battle.
магия,
Steve.
первозданное волшебство витает там,
Steve,
где
if
курица
they're in
вкусный
Mexico, we
кальян
need to go.
в кругу близких стенах нашего
Okay,
проекта.
they're smoking
В наших
Fibonacci's.
проектах мы пытаемся как раз и подчеркнуть ту самую магию, где каждый может получить яркие и искренние эмоции. Мы всегда всем рады, чтобы каждый мог погрузиться именно в ту самую атмосферу мистической и
Wow.
магической Мексики.
Ooh.
What lounge is this?
Salma? Samala? I wonder if that's a name of a what is it called? Like a wives' tale, like a ghost tale, like a ghost story. What's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. Just something like that.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Oh, it's a Russian located lounge.
Oh, okay.
Yo, their advertising's clean.
We must be getting close to the end because we're seeing multiple advertisers now, and when they show multiples in a row, usually that means that it's close to the end of it.
Now, here's a question I've always been curious of. Like, because we can't get this kind of advertising in the United States. Are they allowed to put this advertising
Yes.
on TV in
Yes.
Russia?
Yeah, they
Really?
yes. That's why they're so high produced and high production value. I'll never forget the first time I saw a Dark Side advertisement and just thought like, "Oh my god. This is
Dude,
so
like,
amazing."
People would be quaking here.
So yeah, that must have been the last entry. That must have been number 12 because now we're seeing all the sponsors that are a part of Hookah Battle that make these sorts of events possible for the competitors, for the winners. Obviously, they get this amazing prize package, whoever wins these competitions and stuff like that. And it's because of the sponsorships that are able to got through Hookah Battle and that are participating and working with these different brands to showcase themselves so that they're able to put on these sorts of events. This is obviously an international event, which is encompassing so much of the whole world to bring these sorts of things associated with it together and stuff. Without sponsorships and big things like this, it wouldn't be possible in the same way. So it's pretty awesome. Thank you to all the sponsors.
We didn't see the judges' reaction for that yet, did we?
For which one?
Smena?
No, we have not yet.
I feel like right now I would want to rewatch Smena because I feel like this is a lot of ads for me to like remember the video.
Yeah, I agree. You want me to rewind?
Maybe when they're
Это
judging.
Санкт-Петербург.
Okay.
Ой, VPN забыл выключить. Кстати, вы знали, что это кальянная столица?
This is my favorite advertisement today.
By far.
Это
By far.
настоящий процесс. Это не
I think
поиск,
Japan
не
was my
виртуальная
winning
картинка
video.
И даже не марафон желаний.
I don't know. I really like the Greek salad video.
Well, I think the Greek salad's my most interested bowl to try. I think the Japan video is my favorite video.
It's not because you want to go to Japan.
I mean, for sure.
Okay.
But also the which one was it? The Bali one? Bali, India. That one too was awesome. But I really like the passion in the Japanese video. I really like Mythic's approach to giving the video. He gave so much information about what he was doing it for and why he was doing it. I mean, obviously there's been some high production values in this as well. There's been a lot of different and variety in this as well.
Достойно, достойно. Второе место у нас объявит Никита
I think
Кондратов.
they're announcing right now second place. Funny, beautiful Art Hookah family. I think just won second place.
Джин Тоник, это было здорово. И победитель международного этапа Mix and
Gin
Story
tonic.
у нас объявит Стефан,
That's
пожалуйста.
an interesting flavor I want to work
Победителями
with.
стали ребята из Индонезии.
The winners were the guys from Indonesia.
Заслуженно.
Congratulations,
Да,
Indonesia.
давайте, пару слов от каждого члена жюри, начиная с Николая. Как тебе понравилось сегодняшнее все перформанс? Какие работы ты для себя выделил?
Мероприятие крутое, спасибо.
Your
Первое
subtitles
место
caught up.
заслуженно.
I just noticed that as well.
Это очень крутой кальян.
Because there were so many advertisements.
Спасибо, что позвали. Очень интересный опыт побывать на таком мероприятии, еще тем более посидеть в студиях.
Levant, if you are joining late, definitely go and check out some of the videos that were showcased today because there was some amazing stuff. And if anybody wants to go watch Brandon Mythic Cloud's entry, he has it on his YouTube channel right now. You can look up Mythic Clouds here on YouTube and you can watch his entry.
Но в целом все миксы были достаточно вкусными. Спасибо большое.
Игорь, пожалуйста, пару слов.
Само по себе мероприятие для меня тоже было новым Mix and Story. И вы знаете, я как участник
This dude is
классического
tired.
кальяна и рэпа батла, я
This,
думаю,
this
что
dude is just like,
в следующий раз
damn,
я
we
обязательно
smoked
как бы
8 of these, 9
заявлюсь
of
на
these,
участие
10
в
of
этом. То
these.
есть тут мне есть что сказать, и это меня
12 is a
реально
lot, I'll be honest. 12 is a
мотивировало.
lot.
И как с таким
Dude, when I did my tasting,
Пожалуйста,
15
Артём.
flavors, I was like, oh
Ждем
my god,
участия
I'm dead.
Игоря. Мне Арт Хука очень понравилось. Я прям расстроился немножко, что не победили, но
Второе
как
место
есть.
достойно.
Да, да. Спасибо за то, что пригласили.
I voted for Art Hookah.
Что ж,
Not
Никита,
cool.
пожалуйста.
Ребят, все было круто. Всем большое спасибо. Всем участникам, которые участвовали. Ну, все правильно. Они же
Участники
участвовали.
участвовали, верно.
Да. Все большие молодцы. Вот. Я думаю, что тройка игроков, которые типа на первом месте заняли.
Ты согласен?
Тройку. Да, я...
Шульцы достойно распределил?
Да, ну то есть я так примерно
Yeah, they're all worthy.
только это третье место, я думал, что может кто-то другой попасть. Но тоже работа была замечательная. Хотел отдельно отметить команду из Индонезии, то, что они заняли первое место независимо от этого. Я хотел бы отправить ребятам 15 вкусов
Oh, wow.
нашего табака контрабанды от нас.
Contraband. You can send that over here as well, Guy. You just right over here.
How would you label
Спасибо,
it?
что
Label
были
it
с
as
нами.
contraband?
Это был
Yeah,
Mix
okay.
Story
Maybe don't do that.
International. Следите за нашими
Completely
активностями,
good
подписывайтесь на
band.
наши соцсети.
Right.
Ближайшее
Not
мероприятие
banned
пройдет
tobacco.
на выставке Интертабак в Дортмунде.
The Euro Cup is coming up September 16th. International competition welcomes all the Hookah Battle Leagues. Obviously, at the Hookah Expo HEW in Las Vegas, there's also going to be a Hookah Battle happening there as well. Make sure you are signing up for it. If you're interested in more details and information, go to hookahbattle.com. There's going to be a Hookah Battle here in the USA as well. Find out all the details and information about that at hookahbattle.com. Can't wait for that. I'm very excited to be working with Hookah Battle. I'm the American English commentator for Hookah Battle, and it's a very exciting time for me to be working with them on different events as well. Yeah, just lots of exciting times, obviously. But if you're looking for more information, go to hookahbattle.com and find out all the information about it. These are just the different competitions and things that are going to be happening. David, though you will not be participating this year as a combatant in Hookah Battle, we will definitely have you be doing something with me because you have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge, and I think that it's important to have that kind of information disposable for everybody.
I think it's just fun, dude. Like, be it may, like, the U.S. market doesn't always grow with Hookah Battle, right? Because it's very much like we don't necessarily have the representation out of the enthusiast groups. But, like, last year's entries was by far my favorite Hookah Battle. Like, there was a lot of really good competition, a lot of really good ideas. You saw things that I had not seen before. And I think that, like, even if you don't participate, going and watching is very important. It's kind of like keeping up with our own current events, right? Seeing what the rest of the world is doing with Hookah. And kind of seeing, you know, like, what the baseline is, right? And then, like, you also get this massive creativity flux, right? So, like, oftentimes you go in, you see something dope, and you're just like, oh my god, I didn't think that was possible, right?
I love the blindfold online battle. If anyone's never seen this,
one always terrifies me.
Oh my god, that he almost dropped it right there. You got to get the coals.
Dude,
That's the
that
thing that's
hat.
terrifying, right? Wow, that was impressive. All sorts of fun events happening in the world of Hookah Battle. Honestly, like, go check out events.hookahbattle.com. Hookah Battle Extreme. I want more information about this and what they're expecting to see in terms of competitors and stuff, because this is so interesting. I really think this is cool.
The tournament for thrill seekers. All right, so for that one, I need you to participate, Matt. I need you to go ice fishing, and I need you to just be like in the water fishing with your toes while smoking.
I mean, there's a possibility I could do that. When it gets to be cold here in Idaho, we can do ice fishing. We can.
Yeah, it'd be perfect, right?
I need you to send me a 3D printed fish for my mouth tip. Oh, could you 3D print me a hose handle that's also a net?
A net.
A net hose handle that I could use to catch the fish and smoke out of.
Probably, but that sounds really like a bad idea.
Best employee in hookah industry.
You got to admit, that sounds extreme, doesn't
that
it?
sounds dangerous, because you're gonna net someone. You're gonna be like trying to catch a butterfree, and like you're gonna take out multiple pipes with you.
Ooh, what if I do Pokemon hunting while smoking hookah? That sounds extreme.
Like just playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I already have the
No,
Master
you
Ball.
You need to play Pokemon Go in extreme environment. So like, go to like Skid Row, right, and just play Pokemon Go in Skid Row, right, while smoking hookah.
I don't know if hookah is worth getting shot.
I mean, it's extreme.
It's
right?
extreme,
Like-
that's for sure. I like this ice fishing idea. We gotta construct this idea.
Are you willing to have frostbite for hookah?
I mean, I'll dress warm. Do I gotta
It's more
ice
than a
fish
flavor,
naked
it's
or
frostbite.
something?
That'd be a really cool idea, though. Like, if we get to the point of where like you can make smoke vapors appear without heat, right? Just you get like a cold vapor.
Well, David, I think that is going to do it for us. That was a very fun and entertaining mix and story for Hookah Battle. Congratulations to all the winners and everybody that participated. It was a lot of fun to commentate and talk about the different entries. I wish that the closed captions subtitles would have been a little bit more up to speed so that we would have a little bit easier time registering everything that was happening. But sadly, that was just not the case this time. So that's just the way that it goes sometimes, obviously.
Yep.
But thank you, David. I appreciate you. Is there anything that you want the people to hear about? What do you got going on?
I mean, me in my mad scientist ways, I'm always working on something, right? So, we just sent out a tester for our more recent pipe. Working on those, moving away from, we talked before, right, about SLS printing and moving away from FDM and SLS printed pipes and testing those out. So those are in the works right now. I'm waiting for feedback for my most recent design. Go check out Doc Hookah if you want to see his input and review on it. I have my other side projects that I'm working on that I'm not technically like okay talking about, but like I make tobacco. So like I do a lot of homebrew and stuff like that, and I've been going down that rabbit hole. We've been experimenting with a couple different taking cigars, and actually I'm going to be working with that and turning them into tobacco. So rather than going and buying pipe tobacco, like what happens if you're smoking like a Patron 194 or Patron box cut, right, or like a Tatuaje, right? Like see if those notes come through. Just kind of like my own experimentation. Not really posted much, but I'm always open for conversation if people want to reach out or come into my chat. Small little bit of self promo here. I do stream.
Please do.
3 to 4 days a week. Very kind of hookah oriented to start while we get to chat and hang out. It's I'm Tainted on Twitch. You can also find me. We have a little Discord community called the Tavern together, and it's basically good vibes and good people gaming and chilling, and normally a bowl in hand to some degree. But yeah, you can catch me there. That's kind of where my biggest thing is right now. And then we have also an unrelated podcast I've been working on called Zero Stake. That's been kind of another one of my way too many ADD hobbies, where I have three of my closest friends, and we kind of just talk shit and harass one another while talking about current events and try not getting political or like passionate, which is very difficult. Never have a podcast, just never. It's very hard to not be passionate.
I thought we were going to start a podcast called Happy Hour Hookah.
We can, but I get passionate. You know this.
I know.
Fight me, Matt.
That's a
Fight
good
me.
thing. It's a good thing. There's no lemon and static.
There's a
What was
podcast
that?
on YouTube. It is. There's no lemon and static.
Yeah, no lemon and static.
No,
that's the name
not
of our
right.
podcast. There's no lemon and static.
No. I've literally sent you this.
That's the name of our podcast.
We're talking about this now. Steve, I need you.
That's the name of our podcast.
No, I'm calling in the trump card.
That's the name of my podcast. Do you want to be a part of it?
No, because I'm going to make a competing one that's going to be there is static. There is lemon and static. And it's going to be, we'll have the duel of the podcasts.
Oh, I like that. I like that idea. All right. Well, thank you so much, David. I appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that stuck around and was watching with us. I appreciate you guys as well. Make sure you follow me over here on youtube.com/morninghookah. Hit that subscribe button, share button, like button. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/morninghookah as well. Follow David on Instagram at Spire Hookah. Go and check out his amazing stuff. Look at the video that I did with his Master Ball mouth tip where I was able to finally catch a Mason bowl. That's actually my secret. A lot of people don't know this, but that's my secret as how I get Mason bowls is I use 3D printed master balls. That's how I do it. So I gave my secret away.
I hate to interrupt, but like someone's at my door.
Okay, you're fine. We're leaving right now. Bye, everybody.